back to Manon to see if any new side content has opened up there with the new party member we have. And then we'll be heading to the third and final planet, depending on how much time we have, okay? Tomorrow, we resume regularly scheduled streaming with the continuation of Donkey Kong 64 on the first stream, and then it's going to be the old school throwback Street Fighter gameplay on the late stream, okay? On Saturday, we go back to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which it looks like we are still doing some kind of interim content, but we're heading into the Android Saga, which should be pretty good. And then Saturday night will be my weekly Pokemon Sword session where we try to evolve and catch the remaining Pokemon. I have less than 50 to go to complete the Pokedex, which is awesome. Sunday, a full stream of Knights of the Old Republic. So for those of you who like the Knights playthrough and are sad that today we're only doing 2 hours worth, there will be more of that coming up on Sunday. And then Sunday night will be Doom 2, 2 hours of Doom 2 throwback. And then on Monday, more Donkey Kong 64 and Minecraft, okay? So that's the rough schedule for the entire week, just so you guys know what's coming up. A few additions to the stream today. I know I actually had a little bit of time this morning when I was working on Ask the King. I had some free time. So there's a couple things I did. First of all, there are 2 new cheer modes added to the stream, all right? One is Deathface dancing, and one is me dancing. So for those who don't know how to use cheer modes, when you cheer with bits, if you use DSP, I think it's like DSP cheer is the command for it. When you cheer certain amounts, you unlock an animation that you use in the stream. Well, I updated 2 of the cheering tiers to be higher level with these dancing emotes, okay? So, you might want to check those out today. If you're thinking of cheering, you might want to use the new cheer modes, all right? I haven't had a death face thing in a million years, so it's pretty neat, okay? Now, in addition to that, for those of you who are frequent cheerers, there's actually an ability on Twitch to give out reward emotes for people who are frequent cheerers, okay? And you might be saying, what does that mean? It means if you cheer a certain amount, like, you know how there's reward or there's milestones, tiered milestones on Twitch for cheering a certain amount for a certain streamer. Well, as of today, I've unlocked reward tiers and exclusive emotes for those who cheer on the channel, all right? So, if you have cheered a total of 25,000 bits or more, you unlock the DSP Kappa Face emote just for you. If you cheer 50,000 bits or more on the channel, you unlock the Golden Faced Fill emote, okay? And then, the highest level so far, 100,000 bits cheered in the channel, you unlock the Ultimate Chill, the Rasta Fill emote. All right? So, I'm going to type these right now so you guys can see them. I think it was DSP, hold on. Kappa, DSP Gold, DSP Rasta. You guys should be able to see those. Let me know if you could see those emotes, because I have access to them, but you guys do not, unless you're one of those actual cheering tiers. There you go. Golden Colts has one. Golden Colts, one of the few people who has access to the Rasta Fill emote.
Thanks for the dollar. Big ups Anonymous for the dollar. Whoa,
there you go.
Twitch
Uzi
has a
Gohar
new way for you to
has
give
access
the money.
to the Kappa Face Fill
This shocks
emote.
me.
There you go. So does that Anonymous. So they're using them right now. These were all unlocked today. Okay. Exclusive. Oh, Spartan King has the Kappa Face Fill emote as well. There you go. Very nice. So nice stuff. It's just a way to give back. It's not supposed to be an incentive for you guys to cheer or whatever. I'm just saying, these are some nice features to have. Twitch has added these features over the years, and sometimes I just ignore them completely. In this case, this is something that someone designed this for me like a month ago, and I forgot about it. And this morning I had some time. I was like, oh shit, let me just throw this in there. And let me go throw this in there and see what happens. So let's see if you guys enjoy them. I'm sure Bagel Goose has it too. Bagel Goose has the Kappa emote. He's done 25,000 bit cheers. So, well, up to 25,000 cumulative cheers. So, there you go. Okay. No, it was not in my spam folder at all. It was sitting in my inbox, but I just haven't had time. I've been so goddamn busy. I didn't have any time. This was the first morning where, I didn't have to rush to stream. So I was like,
Jim Ron
since
tipped
I'm reviewing
$10.
questions,
Good
I have some
afternoon,
extra time
Kevin
to
and
look at this
chat.
other stuff,
Hope
and I
everyone
put
is
in
on
the
track to
cheer modes,
accomplish
and I
their
put
goals
these
in
new
life.
emotes
Good luck.
for levels of cheering. Okay. What's up, Coral Guy? Good to see ya. Ah, Golden Colts did the gold emote. Very gold shit. The golden fill head. There you go. So, FYI, if you cheer on the channel, there's now more incentive because you can unlock exclusive emotes. Just throwing that out there. And if you're going to cheer, you might want to use the new cheer modes. I'd be curious to see what the new dancing death face or the new the new dancing knee looks like if people do cheer those levels and use those cheer modes. Okay? All right, so that's the deal, guys. Thank you guys for all your support. I appreciate that. Let's jump right from that into the plug segment. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all of your support. We're at the very end of January now. All right, so that means if you're interested in pledging to my Patreon, you can at patreon.com/darksidephil. Only about a day left to pledge and have that count for January so you can get your perks in February. To give it a look, anything you pledge helps me out. And you will get a thank you reward or perk depending on how much you pledge and what level you pledge, okay? I have a Teespring store you can look at where I have merchandise, primarily t-shirts. Buy something from there, it helps me out, and you get a cool collectible. Or you can cheer, sub, or tip during today's stream to get some interaction with me, as I've already stated. If you contribute on the pre-stream, I will give you a shout-out before the show starts, but once the show begins, I'll be saving reactions and or answers for the end of the show, all right? Now, before we go into further detail, I just want to say up front, contributions are greatly appreciated, but are not expected, nor are they mandatory. I just want everyone to understand that. Please know that, you know, this stream is about interaction with you guys, having fun with games, but in this particular case, answering your questions since I've been a content creator for 11 years. I love having these interactive shows where we can kind of go back and forth and I can give you some insight into my thoughts on things or things behind the scenes. That's what the show is all about. And that's why we do it this way, okay? So please understand that. Contributions are not mandatory at all. Don't feel like the odd man out if you come here and you're not going to contribute. You know, keep in mind that I've been doing this for over 11 years. 2.5 of those years, I never even monetized anything. I did it as a hobby because I loved it. I would continue to stream in the future if I couldn't monetize it. That's how I am. All right, I'm a lifelong gamer. I love having this kind of interaction with you guys every day. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for money, okay? Fair enough? All right. We have a stream stats leaderboard at the top of the screen. This tracks things like top tipper and top cheerer of the stream, so you'll get some extra recognition there if you are one of those people. There's also leaderboards integrated into Twitch that track things such as top cheerers of the month, top cheerers of the week, as well as people who've gifted subs during the week. We're going to give shout outs to those people later in the stream as well. So there's a lot of ways to get recognition: cheering, subbing, tipping, getting on one of those leaderboards. Out of all those methods of contribution, the way that helps me the most is tipping me, because when you tip me, those are funds I get immediately and I can put towards very important things like paying bills. Like right now, I just paid my tax bill and now I have no money. And I'm going to need to raise as much as I can this week to pay other bills and afford to do things like go grocery shopping on Tuesday. So that's what your tips are going to contribute to this week, okay? That's why tips help me more than anything, because I get those funds immediately. Other contribution methods are very appreciated, you know, cheering, subbing, etc. But those have a processing time before I get any kind of positive benefit from them. Tipping is immediate, and that's why it helps me out the most. So please consider tipping me if you can today. If not, don't feel bad. You're not the odd man out or whatever. I'm just saying I'm not looking to gift horse in the mouth. I am grateful for everything, but tipping would help me a little bit more, okay? All right, let's move on to the rules. I have 2 sets of rules on my streams. The first set of rules is very simple. We don't talk about politics or religion. We don't do that because I feel these are derailing topics that get people angry with each other, and they argue a lot, and it derails the stream. So no politics or religious talk on the streams. If we're in particular playing a game that has to do with that, that's one thing. Today's Ask the King. If someone asks me a political or religious question, I decided to actually answer it. That's okay then to have that kind of a discussion as well. But in particular, derailing the stream with politics and religious talk is not allowed. In addition, we don't talk about those people out there who like to make a living slandering and detracting me and basically defaming me, insulting me and my family, making shit up and just being toxic drama queens. They do it to get clickbait views on their garbage videos on YouTube that really are defamation. And if I sued the shit out of these people, not only would they lose their channels, but I probably would get significant damages out of them. But I'm not that kind of person. I don't have the money to do it. I don't have the time to do it. I'm a positive content creator. I don't care about the shit they do. So let's keep that crap off of my stream, all right? By mentioning that kind of stuff on my stream, you're not only derailing my stream, but you're giving them the attention that they so desire so that they can get more people to go watch their garbage content. So please do not bring that crap up on my streams, okay? Fair enough? All right. Let's move on to the shout-outs, because I actually really want to get to the show today. So let's get to the shout-outs, shall we? All right. Hold on a second. It's not working. Shit. Okay, there we go. It was locked. First of all, thank you overnight to Tana Mouner, who did an overnight cheer of 100 bits. Thank you, Tana Mouner, for
Big
the
ups
overnight
Def
cheer.
himself for the
That
dollar.
Anonymous got stuff started here today. Well, actually, no, this was before the stream started, wasn't it? Yes, it was. He did 50-bit cheers. Says, if you could feed the homeless, but only if you do gourmet food, would you do it? Yes. Free for All Cast also did a cheer before the stream started. And he says, Yoshi World Order has 2 questions. One I can answer, and I know you agree. You answer the comments that you tagged in when and if you see them. You really missed a question. I tag you in during streams. The second is, why do you hate Yoshi's Island? If you could improve it, what would you do? And why do you like about Yoshi's Island? What I'm assuming he's saying is, how do I pick questions to answer on stream or whatever? I mean, in general, if you tag me, I usually will see that message and I'll be able to answer it. It all depends on the game I'm playing. If the game is very action intensive or very attention demanding, it's hard for me to see everything that goes down during stream. If you absolutely want me to react to something you say on stream, the best way to make sure I can see it is attaching a cheer or a tip to it, because then it goes into my Streamlabs queue and I actually get to see it as a queue that I can read on demand later. But obviously not everyone can contribute, and again, contributing is not mandatory. So if you want to just get a question answered or whatever, or get my attention, you can always try tagging me. You can try highlighting a message with the penne points. There's many different ways that you can try to get my attention. It's just not guaranteed. Understand that. It's not guaranteed that you're going to get my attention on a stream. As for the second half of the question, why do I hate Yoshi's Island? If I could improve it, what would I do? What do I like about Yoshi's Island? What do I like about Yoshi's Island? The soundtrack and the graphics. The graphics are very odd, but they're unique and interesting. The music is outstanding and catchy, okay? Why don't I really like Yoshi's Island? Because it's very, very wonky. Compared to like Super Mario World, that's solid. This game, it seems to me like the physics and the controls are a bit floaty and wonky. Just it doesn't feel as good as Super Mario World at all. And Super Mario World, when you hit water, you have a certain vibe, a certain feel to it. You can get a hang for how you maneuver through the water. This game, it feels like you're walking through muck. It's like, it doesn't even feel like a water mechanic from previous Mario games. It's like they completely redesigned everything in the game from the ground up. Now, some people would argue, oh, well, it's Yoshi's Island, it's not Mario. Like, yeah, but Mario's in it. Yoshi's from Mario. He's in it. And it's called Super Mario World 2. So you're calling it a direct sequel when in reality it plays nothing like the previous game. And that's why I have issue with that, okay? I definitely don't like overall the difficulty level of the game. You know, a lot of the stages require you to look backtrack and look for these really secret things, or to know something about the stage to beat it that you wouldn't know on the first go. In Super Mario World, you can easily turbo through almost every stage as long as you have a little bit of, skill with platforming. And then if you want to go back and look for the secrets, you can. And so in Yoshi's Island, it seems to me like a lot of the times you just need to know everything right from the get-go, or you can't even beat the fucking stage. That's weird to me, because that's never been kind of the vibe of Mario. You never need to know a bunch of secrets just to beat a standard stage. See what I mean? So it doesn't even feel like it's in the same spirit as other Mario platformer games. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm saying I just don't like it as much as Mario World 1, okay? All right, there you go. That Anonymous again cheered before the stream started and said, if there was an international trial to determine whether games are art, only your gameplay could be used as evidence. What playthrough would have the best chance of winning the trial for video games? I have no idea. I've played like 500 games over 11 years. I can't answer that question. You could answer it way better than me. If you're asking me what art games have been artistic, I mean, tons. Any game that has a big arcing narrative could be considered artistic. Any game that has amazing graphics and interactions with the characters, that looks cinematic, could be considered artistic. Shit. Just love that, The Last of Us, or any of the Uncharted games. The original Mass Effects, not fucking Andromeda, but the original Mass Effect trilogy, BioShock series, right? The God of War reboot. Those games, you look at them and they're beautiful artistic visions come to life, but also have riveting gameplay elements in them. So, there you go. Sure, you know what? I would agree with Super Sly Gaming. Resident Evil 2 Remake. That's like the quintessential survival horror game now. Like when I think survival horror, I think Resident Evil 2 Remake is like the poster example of what it should be. And that's art. It's definitely art. It's scary as shit. You've got gameplay elements that are very tense. You got jump scares in there. You got the stalker slasher aspect with Mr. X chasing you down.
He probably spends more time thinking about using Kevin than he does about Cat. I would totally believe he fact to you.
So Nihilistic Goldfish resubscribed for 8 months in a row, 10 total. He says a very chill 10 months. Thank you, Nihilistic Goldfish, for the ongoing support and the resub. Honest Fan did the first actual cheer during the stream. He says you should start a series about test driving new cars called DSP Drives It. I'm not doing that, but that's actually kind of funny. That's actually kind of funny. DSP Drives It. Vroom, vroom. We got a motor. Vroom, vroom. Ninstar Rune did a 100-bit cheer. He says, you know, I don't really know how Twitch works. You mentioned that PayPal will take a cut of any tip that you receive. But what about cheers? You said it takes a month or something before you get them. Do you get the amount in full? If so, would this be more beneficial in the long term versus the instant gratification of tips? The way the bits work, whatever you cheer to me, I receive. Okay? So if you cheer 100 bits, I will receive 100 bits. However, the catch-22 here is that it costs more to buy bits than to spend them. It's hard to explain. Like, bits are, from what I don't understand, bits are pretty expensive. I wouldn't know because I never bought them. So I couldn't even explain to you, oh, this costs this. I don't know. I've never purchased bits. Basically, Twitch/Amazon makes their profit when you buy the bits. Do you see what I'm saying? You buy the bits, and they make money on the purchase of the bits. Okay? Whatever you send me via bits, I do get 100% of. But they make their profit up front. Versus when you tip me, the profit is made during that transaction. Let's say you send me $5. PayPal takes a cut of that $5 you sent me as the processing fee.
Thank you for the dollar.
Big ups
tips,
Anonymous for the dollar.
I receive
steaming
less
bowl
initially,
bat, steaming bowl 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 bat.
So there you go.
Bowl bat,
In reality,
steaming bowl bat,
I had absolutely no issues whatsoever financially, and I was totally liquid. I had tons of money that I could pay everything I needed to pay.
Steaming bowl
you're
bat,
absolutely
steaming
right.
bowl
If you
bat,
could choose, I'd
steaming
probably
bowl
say
bat, steaming
sure,
bowl.
cheer with bits because, you know, I get 100% of whatever you guys send me, right? That makes sense. But the truth of the matter is, you know, tips help me a lot because I need immediate help. A lot of the times, for example, this week coming up, I just paid a bunch of taxes. I need funds right now to help with everything else. So when you tip me, I get that immediately, and it helps me out. You see what I'm saying? Okay, then. All right. Honest Fan did another cheer, 265 bits to stay the top cheerer. He says, favorite bread to get at Subway, ever asked the artist to smack it for you? No, I've never asked the artist to smack anything for me. That's disgusting. But at Subway, the white bread is meh. It's not very good. The wheat bread is okay. The one that actually has a lot of flavor, I think it was like the Italian urban cheese. But that doesn't really go with a lot of the subs. Like, I would say the Italian urban cheese goes really well with the Italian BMT, which is a bunch of meats like pepperoni, salami, etc. But if you're just getting it with like a turkey, it's Italian stuff with a generic turkey, doesn't taste very good. So it's kind of like the best bread, but doesn't really go with most of their subs. See what I'm saying? So, Honest Fan says, when you ask them to smack the bread, it actually means to pound the regular bread into flat bread. Oh my God, that's weird. That's freaking weird. You ask them to pound the regular bread into a flat bread, but they have flat bread. So why wouldn't you just ask for flat bread? I don't know. Anyway, let's continue on. An anonymous cheerer did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much to the anonymous cheerer. The OG Rascal tipped me $1 to get this tipping started for today. So thank you, OG Rascal. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. Thank you for that. Dude, I gotta sneeze again. Seriously, I'll be right back, guys. I told you, I'm having issues with my nose today. I don't know what's going on, but I gotta sneeze again. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. It's so annoying
Big ups
today. It
memes
really
kill
is.
for
I
the
hope I don't
dollar.
have to keep
Phil
blowing
needs
my
us
nose
to tip
today,
$1.30 so he can get $1.
Okay,
but Twitch charges $1.15 for 100 bits.
How do you make yourself feel
Sounds
better
like
when someone
Phil
does
would
something
make
that hurt
more
your
money
feelings or
if he
put you
just
down?
got bits, you know?
You do something that basically makes you not think about it or is unrelated to it. That way, you kind of distract yourself from it. I try not to be too sensitive because I receive probably about 500 insults a day for various things. So I try to
thank you for the dollar.
Big ups anonymous for the dollar. Moon viewing ceremony Japanese dolls. Moon viewing ceremony Japanese dolls. Women holding hands. Women holding hands. Men holding hands. Heart suit. Moon viewing ceremony.
Okay. All right. So Lucinda to me $2 and says, my kid is only 11. He's smarter than you, and he's better at video games than you. That's remarkable, Lucinda. You must have one of those, what do they call them? A child savant. One of those children who's like an actual, like, genius. So what you should immediately do is you should monetize that. You should make sure that you have a way to capitalize and make tons of money on your savant child. Whether it's making them the first child graduate of university, maybe getting them on, like, NASA and having them design, like, a rocket or something. Whatever you need to do. All right? But, hey, man, go for it. Sounds good. Congratulations on having such a smart kid. That's 1 in a million. Most kids are very dumb. Well, there you go. Spartan King did a 100-bit cheer. He says, oh, yeah, I'm just in time here because I'm super close to the 50K badge. Yeah, when you hit your 50K cheer badge, Spartan King, you will unlock the Golden Fill emote. That's the next one that I added here, this morning. We got the Kappa Fill, the Golden Fill, and the Rasta Fill. So there you go. David then, Timmy $1 says, how's your snout? Well, I don't have a snout. I have a nose. A snout would be considered for a wild animal. I am not wild. I am very tamed. However, my nose is bothering me today. I don't know what is going on with my nose that it keeps like, tickling me and making me feel like I have to sneeze.
Microbe zombie
not
male
good.
sign zombie female sign steaming bull.
Especially not good when you're actually going to be doing a stream. So, mature adult. Did a 50-bit cheers. Phil, I heard there's a handful of people infected with the coronavirus around Seattle. Are you scared? What are you doing to minimize the risk of contracting it yourself? First of all, I'm terrified of the coronavirus. I think that it's going to basically end the human race as we know it. What I'm doing is I'm flushing my body completely by drinking Corona beer, Corona Extra, constantly. I'm just pounding and pounding the Coronas to hopefully flush everything out of my system. You got to stay hydrated. It's the best way to stay healthy. So pounding Coronas is my solution. It should work, right? So there you go. Hopefully it works. I don't know. Bagel Goose did 100-bit cheer. He says, would you ever play Raid Shadow Legends? I've seen ads for it everywhere, but never seen anyone play it. I don't even know what it is, so I guess the answer is no. Then Anonymous cheered said, how would you now lawn if you knew there's a snake in the grass? How would I now lawn if you knew there's a snake in the grass? What? What does that even mean? You mean, how would I mow the lawn if I knew there was a snake in the grass? I would probably try to get rid of the snake. Scare it away. I don't want to chop the snake up with a freaking lawnmower, right? That'd be pretty bad. Okay. Rim Logger, resubscribed for 20 months. Said, Phil, glad to hear you're doing this Q&A live. Absolutely. I always do Ask the King live. So thank you very much, Rim Logger, for the resub. 20 months of support. Thank you, sir. Chunky Jack did a $1 tip. He says, I'm not going to give you money anymore. Goodbye. All right. Thanks, Chunky Jack, for the money that you're not going to give me anymore. I appreciate that. I don't even know what's going on, but thanks for the $1 tip, Chunky Jack. Super Sly Gaming did a 100-bit cheer. He says, I have a Resident Evil 2 remake hat. Oh, yeah? That's cool. Was that like a promotional tie-in from when the game came out? For the longest time, I had a Resident Evil tie-in sweater. I think it was like Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles 1 or 2. I had a t-shirt of that because a friend of mine worked at GameStop, and it was a promotional shirt they were giving out, and he had extras, so he gave me one. But that was a long time ago. Okay. Mr. Papavera cheered. He said, Subway, eat fresh, except when the veggies they have on the cold trays look like they've been sitting for around a week and slightly translucent and soaked up a bunch of water and floppy. Then I just make my own sandwich. No, see, my favorite is when you look at them and they're completely frozen. Because I've seen that too. Like, they come out and they're completely covered in frost. Because you know that they chopped those like 4 days ago. And they just sit in the fucking freezer. And then they take them out in the morning and let them thaw there. That's definitely what I want. A frozen vegetable that they chopped like 5 days ago. And they fucking take it out with chunks of ice and shit all over it. And that's supposed to be fresh according to them. My absolute favorite thing at Subway is the cold cut combo. The cold cut combo is so fresh. It's 3 slices of lunch meat. Different kind. I think one's like bologna and one's something else. Combined on a wax sheet and frozen. Then thawed. And they slap it into their refrigerator, as they call it, in front of you when they make your sandwich. They're not even taking the lunch meat individual slices apart. It's literally together on a wax sheet. You're eating lunch meat that's been slapped together in a factory like 2 years ago. Wow, Subway, eat fresh. Your lunch meat with that 2 back papers that's been there for a year.
Like Drake.
Yummy. Anyway, I digress. Fat Ball Dracula sent me $1. Says, why am I banned? I never said anything in your chat. I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know why you're banned. This is the wrong avenue for me to take a look at it. You would need to email me at darksidephil@hotmail.com. For me to look at it, or you could contact any mod. I don't know who you are or what you're talking about. Black Mamba tipped me $1 and says, the new console generation, they got to do something about these updates and game sizes. I went to play Modern Warfare after a 10 gig update, only to be told I need another 10 gigs to play multiplayer. Absolutely ridiculous. It's now 130 gigs in total. Yeah, Modern Warfare is one of the biggest games ever on console. Their excuse is that the graphics are so good that they need that space. For me, luckily it wasn't an issue, but I could imagine for people who don't have a big hard drive, it's probably a huge issue. Remember, the launch PS4s only came with 500 gig hard drive, so yeah, I don't know, man. At least for the next gen, you're probably going to get a larger hard drive, a faster hard drive. So that's a good thing, but, you know, I guess it all depends on the game. Alfred Aponte tipped me $3.40, the biggest tip of the day so far. Thank you, Alfred. I'm going to get you up on the leaderboard. He says, hope you're good. Sorry, I couldn't be on the Yoshi stream. I will never get those emotes. I prefer tipping you, man. Well, I appreciate that you do prefer tipping because it helps me more. It really does. So I thank you. And, you know, I do appreciate that you go out of the way to tip me because you know that it does help me out more. So thank you for that. But, you know, it's all the various things on Twitch that are available, so I got to use what's available, right? I want to at least
big ups anonymous for the $1. Tevin PLS say something BB, please don't go folded hands, egg, black medium small square, black medium small square, black medium small square, black medium small square. All this Subway talk, he's not even sponsored by them or anything. Remember, dude, Subway eat fresh.
Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Big ups Black Mage 6.
Probably Mass Effect 1 and BioShock. Definitely. Final Fantasy 3/6. Chrono Trigger. Oh, man. Anything above that, I'd have to think a little bit harder. But those, off the top of my head, those would be the games that I've probably either played the most in my life, went back over time because I love them so much, I want to replay them. And or I feel that they were games that really got me hooked on gaming. You know what I mean? Like, I played them back in the day, and I'm like, man, I really want to keep playing games now because this game had such a great narrative or whatever, or felt like a genuine advancement in what gaming was at the time, for various reasons. So, Super Sly Gaming did 100-bit cheers. Says, are you a fan of Huey Lewis and the News? Their early work was a little too new wave for my taste, but when sports came out in '83, I think they really came into their own commercially and artistically. The whole album has a clear, crisp sound and a new sheen of consummate professionalism.
Yeah, sorry I wasn't here during the rest of the stream. Kind of just got here.
Costello, but I think he was a far more
that's why I wasn't talking.
Humor. It's the power of love, baby. You know?
But hey, FFZ got this new thing. This is great. Look how cool this is.
Ain't got no credit cards to ride this train. But, you know, it's the power of love.
Let's see,
that's all I have to say about that.
I pat you a bit. Big ups, Luna. The coolest cat in the world.
All right. Let's
I don't want to hit
go ahead and give a shout out to the top cheers of the week.
Okay, great.
Thank you to
I can do
those
my
who cheered
stupid
so far
shout
this
outs.
week.
People love those.
Still young.
The night is still young because it's 2:50 p.m. for me. So the night is extremely young. It didn't start yet. Anonymous for $1. Twitch is a new way for you to give them money. I had no idea because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But thank you. Jim Ron for $10. Good afternoon to everyone in the chat. Hope everyone is on track to accomplish their goals. Hopefully not. Branks for $3.32. You should tip me. Thank you. Def himself for $1. Bunch of L's. Big ups. Branks for $1.40. Tevin making some fire nachos. Oh yeah. $4.20 from Rio, huh? DSP probably spends more time thinking about. Wait, using Tab? I'm not reading the rest of that. I'm sorry. A bunch of emojis from Anonymous. Big ups. He needs $1.30 so he can get $1, but Twitch charges $1.15 for 100 bits. Is that even true? You know what? I honestly don't know. I know we can go. Best stream chat. Best stream in the world. Let's see. Yes, yes. This is super important. How do I cheer? Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, it's $1.40. I knew that was wrong. It's just $1.40. Maybe you live in like Kyrgyzstan or something. Anonymous for $1. A bunch of UURRs, thank you. Anonymous for another $1. Shit ton of emojis, big ups. Darth Frag, please come back. Well, I didn't show up in the first place. Please say something. I am now. Black Mage, shit ton of emojis. And the last one. You know what? This could play for $1.
Big ups GTA
I'll pause these
Casino
when he actually do his stream, because for some reason we do this for an hour first.
777 Tevin 7 Devin 911 777 7 Tevin 7 Heaven 777 Tevin 7 Tevin 7 911 7 World Trade Center fell by itself. Lol, what? 7 Tevin 7 trillion 777 billion 777 million 777
Crash Bandicoot took
$177.
He says, in your own opinion, do you think as a prolific and iconic as Mario and Sonic? Wait a minute.
Do you think
I am
what's going on? But Anonymous has been detracting hard in his stream chat.
Oh, you mean Anonymous? I was like, wait, what? Well, he kind of always do that. I mean, he don't have any mods anyway. Might as well keep whatever you got. Hey, Vincent's here.
Persists as the top mascot of
hey, he
Nintendo.
didn't kill himself after he said he would the last time. That's good.
You know, Sonic, yes, he's been synonymous with Sega.
Watch the guy who is
Mario,
ISIS.
I would say probably yes. He's kind of the ongoing mascot of Sega.
I see
Crash
Vincent's
Bandicoot,
having fun.
I mean, Crash Bandicoot did have a series of platformers that were incredibly popular, and then he had a few racing games, then he kind of disappeared for a long time.
You shouldn't tell us to watch
And although
ISIS.
he's come back with the remakes and everything, I certainly don't know if he ever had the popularity or the longevity that Mario and Sonic has, but certainly still up there. Like, I still would put him in the category of the other top mascots, but I don't think that he's as big as the others, okay? You know, Mario and Sonic have that name notoriety. I don't think Crash Bandicoot does. Fatball Dracula now to me $3.50. It says, I never said anything in your chat. Why would I email you to ask you about it? Just check the log and unban me. Because I don't know your name. You didn't even say my name on Twitch is Fatball Dracula. You also
Why should you have to email him? You don't email him.
You never said anything. And I don't stop my streams to check. You have to email me at darksidefil@hotmail.com or message another mod live and ask them to review the situation, and they will. I don't derail my entire stream because you demand that I see why you've been banned from the chat. You demand. How about this?
Demand.
I demand.
They didn't say the word demand.
That you eat a banana.
Yes.
Go eat a banana. Take that. Enjoy that potassium, motherfucker. By the way, thanks for the top tip of the day. Let's get you up on the leaderboard, Fatball Dracula.
The dude that's banned is the top tip.
That is $3.50. Okay. Alvaro Ponte tipped me another $1.33 and says, any vitamin C for your health and how you feel? Oh, I do. I take a vitamin C supplement every day. I actually do. It may be one of the reasons why I don't get, like, sick often. Like, you may hear me clearing my throat.
Should China have taken those?
Or you may hear me with my postnasal drip bothering me, but you notice I don't get, like, actual sick very often. You don't actually hear me with big congestion or issues like that constantly. I rarely take time off away from streaming.
Why do I have the volume X for this
for the $1? Are we gonna get
literally not
a
even a fucking
recipe?
stream?
The vitamin C supplement.
Oh, get out of there.
All right, Speed Rabbit.
He gets sick every year, and he's bragging about not getting
narcissistic
sick because he
clown
takes
mode
vitamin
engaged.
C
Indeed,
supplements.
Speed Rabbit. It's always fun when you engage.
The dude message
in a
got
narcissistic
deleted
clown
too.
Mode, so
he's
enjoy.
reading
We
it.
have a good one with doing that. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Okay. That is it. Let's start up.
We got to go on a
time
break.
to start with Ask
I
the
want
King.
all my
I hope you
money
guys are
back.
ready.
What?
All right, one more final
I
reminder.
never failed
Tips
the
help me more
mission.
than anything, so if you are going to contribute today, please tip me if you can. But I appreciate all contributions.
It's pretty blatant.
Reminder that if you do cheer, sub, or tip and ask a question during Ask the King, chances are I'm not going to
we're gonna get a bat
nacho
nacho recipe.
You might want to save your questions for the end of the stream. If you have just
Guess
a
it would be the
comment
same
or
as a
saying hello or
normal.
whatever, that's different. Okay?
Just
All right,
substitute
guys,
bat
thank you,
meat.
and we're going to begin. Here we go.
Holy shit, it's actually
So
started.
let me switch over here to the throne
This will be
screen.
fun.
I'll mute myself. We'll get started. Ready? Oh, wait. Where's my hat? Here it is. Almost forgot the hat.
We have to hear the
Sitting right
mail,
next to me.
motherfucker. It's super important.
Can't forget the hat, man. People love the hat.
Whoops. Had the
All
audio
right, here we
compressor
go.
on the whole time. I'm sure that sounded good. I actually got used to it too. Now I sound kind of shitty. Oh well.
Mail, motherfucker.
All right. Whoa. That's off. What's going on, everyone? I got a little bit skewed here. Sorry about that. Welcome to Ask the King, episode 80. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 80th
Thankfully,
ever
Yoshi's here.
episode of Ask the King
He
that
always
I've
is.
ever done. This is a series that now, if I remember correctly, has been running for about
Didn't
10
he tell us
years.
this? He probably did. I
A
didn't hear it
decade
though.
of Ask the King, if you can believe it, guys. So,
It's really
welcome
been
to
a
the show.
decade of
Today's
this.
actually January 30th, 2020. I welcome you all, and it's going to be a fun show. We got questions from the forums, questions from Twitter. I'll be honest, this time around we didn't
Yeah,
get
it
as many
sucks.
questions.
It suck every
The
time now.
honest reason I feel that that's the case is because I did a podcast 2 weeks ago that had a big reveal, personal
It wasn't a
information
Q&A.
about me, and we had a Q&A segment during that podcast where you guys
Was
had
it a
an opportunity to
Q&A?
get a lot of questions in, and I answered a lot. of them.
lot?
So because of that, I don't think there was like a lot of burning
Why are we doing
questions
this then?
in regards to things going on behind
Because
the scenes
it's
or
part of
whatever.
his Patreon
More of the
account.
questions that I got today were more about the gaming industry and stuff like that, which is great. That's the kind of questions I love answering. But in particular, I don't think that we had like a ton of questions.
I wish I could disable this already. I just don't want to
We'll
see
what
it next to
happens
the volume
in the next
slider
couple
every
of months. The
time.
next episode of Ask the King will actually be in late March. I think it was like March 26th or 27th or something like that. It's the last. It's always the last Thursday of the month when I do it. By the way, there's already a thread for you to post up your questions for the next episode of Ask the King on my forums on thekingofhate.com. So if you didn't get your question
Holy
in for
fucking
today, and you're looking to
introduction.
get your question answered on the next episode, please by all means head over there to the forums and post up. And also remember. One of the ways you're guaranteed to get your question answered on this show is by pledging to my Patreon $20 or more a month, and then you get your question answered 100% for
That's
sure.
as much
with
fun as
in-depth
being Mike
answer.
Tyson's
A lot
cellmate
of
on
people ask me,
Valentine's
well,
Day.
Phil, what's the difference between just like cheering 50 bits and asking you a question, or pledging the $20 on Patreon and asking a question? Well, if you pledge the $20, you get an in-depth, well-focused answer. I'm going to spend a big chunk of my show answering
This
your
is
question.
such
Versus if you
bullshit.
cheer, I'll probably spend a minute or two just blabbing out a quick answer and then moving on.
Audio
See what I
sync
mean?
issue? I don't
there's a
know.
big
Refresh the
difference between
stream.
two.
This audio
all right.
sync issue
So
been
with that
going
being
on for
said,
months now, and it's literally never my
Welcome
fault.
everyone to the show. It's
Except
time to
maybe it
start
is.
with questions.
It's not.
I actually got a few contributions that came in here.
Me too.
So
I
thank
thought
you
the
for
stream
third
just started, though. Why are we reading this
Missing
now?
Demon resubscribed for 26 months. And Uzi Gohar Tears says, chat demands I take off my shirt. No, that's absolutely disgusting. If you see what's under here, you'll never be able to see anything for the rest of your life because you'll be blind. It's that gross. Okay, let's get started, everybody. First question of the show is from Tynel. And Tynel says the following. Happy 2020, Phil. Since it's a new decade, can you think back and tell us some of the best games from the past decade, 2010
Holy
to 2019?
fuck.
Well, I mean, incidentally, what I have to do is
First
think back over
question.
all the games that I've played during my time as
No
a content
way.
creator. You know, I didn't really start covering games all the time until 2009.
This is trolling.
I didn't start really taking it
The Forbidden
seriously
Zone was
until,
once a
like, 2010.
paradise. Your kind made a
So just
wasteland
off
of
the
it
top of my
ages
head,
ago.
some of
I'm
the
really glad I read
biggest
that.
playthroughs
Thank you for the
and
dollar
games that
too.
I covered.
It's actually
Batman
worth more than
Arkham
whatever the
Asylum
fuck you're talking
started an
about.
entire
Just got banned
trilogy
from
of
Dave's
Batman
chat.
games
Shouldn't have went there in the first place.
absolutely
I'm super
outstanding.
duper bummed. It's a mixed bag of
Heavy
feelings, but
Rain,
I'll remain
the game that
positive.
kinda got
I
me
will
into
leave
the
my feelings the way as
narrative-based style
usual.
games. Although
Make
I
sure
did
to not
play some
email them.
Telltale games before then. Heavy Rain was the one that
I bet you
kinda,
that dude
like,
gonna
boom,
get unbanned.
got me right. Wow, it's a murder mystery. You can play different characters. Your choices actually matter.
Sorry,
etc.
Phil. I didn't mean it when I said
Definitely.
your wife
Mass
was
Effect
gonna
2,
die.
Probably the best game of the Mass Effect trilogy or any Mass Effect, the entire Mass Effect franchise, which hopefully I'll be able to play sooner rather than later again because I only played it once ever, and I'm actually
It's so
dying to go
trash
back
that
and
this
play
is the
game
first
again.
question.
So that's pretty good.
Just
I would
talking
say,
about old shit again.
Of the BioShock trilogy, I would say BioShock, the original, is the best one, but BioShock Infinite was a close second, and that actually came out this last decade. So I would say, yes, BioShock Infinite probably ranks up there for me. Definitely Skyrim, which for the longest time was kind of one of my longest playthroughs of all time. Witcher 3, absolutely Witcher 3, probably the best RPG I played in the last decade, although a close second I would say would be Persona 5, which I think is actually
He's been talking about playing Mass Effect 2 since...
Oh, man.
Let's 2014, maybe?
Oh, Last of Us. The Last of Us, definitely one of the coolest
I feel like you've been talking about that
interesting gameplay
as long as I've been paying attention to what he's been talking about.
Hooked than anything else.
It's insane.
And I would definitely say the Uncharted series. Obviously, not all the Uncharted are from the past decade.
He's going to play it with like 50 views on Mixer.
And storytelling along with good exploration mechanics and fun gameplay.
Sorry you guys can't show up, man. The notifications fucking suck on this website.
100% my favorite platformer of the last decade. I think it was the absolute best 3D platformer I've ever played. I still believe that. A lot of people
Anonymous for $1, so was Cat blind? Oh, she never seen Phil with his shirt off. It's probably the second one. I thought this used to move.
Zelda Breath of the Wild.
I know I complain about it moving, but when it don't move, it look even cheaper.
I would say the only Zelda game I like better than Breath of the Wild would be Link to the Past. But Breath of the Wild, you know, was really... It took
never gonna play it
into
again.
The modern era.
I hit the microphone.
It made it feel like a modernized game instead of having all these outdated mechanics.
Where's his view count?
I actually really like Breath of the Wild that much.
Dude.
See, I would say Fallout 3, but that's not the last decade. Fallout 3 was 2009.
I didn't mean that. That's my bad.
And I do think Fallout 3 is probably of all the modern Fallouts I played, that's the one I like the most.
Google, shut up.
But
go away.
That was not this decade.
When he leans back, spreads his arm, and bulges his eyes, he looks like he's about to die. His life probably flashed before his eyes.
Would be it off the top
but
of my
the
head,
view count is the big number with the fucking clown face next to it.
Okay.
It's always been the big
I will say
number.
this, and a lot of people have issue with this.
It's always going to be the big number.
When it came
it's no
out,
other big number.
Okay, for me was like the FPS. It was like the most hype thing ever. But I think that was 2009, right? I want to say that was 2009.
Like how we're talking about actually 2009 right now. You thought the Drew Brees clip was old.
See, the thing is, Modern Warfare 2 didn't age very well, and over time the game degraded and ended up being really shitty online. But when it came out, man, that game was fucking hype. But
yeah, no
I think that was 2009. You know, people would argue Assassin's Creed as well. Different ones. You know, again, I would probably say Assassin's Creed 2 is the best, but I think that was 2009. You know, I think that was actually not 2010 yet. But maybe it was. If it was 2010, then definitely Assassin's Creed 2.
No, I'm not adding a daily ban counter.
God of War. When
it's just going to make people want to get banned or raise the counter, I think.
Amazing game. So there you go. Those are some of my picks.
And then another dude added it to his stream.
The best games of the last decade. There you go.
But it's really the first reason more than the second reason.
Next question is from Cisco Certified. And he says, do you believe that people should be jailed for verbal racial abuse as they are in
What a great question for Mr. Gamer Man. Should people go to jail for hate crimes?
On a public level? Do you feel as though that would be too much of a violation of free speech? First of all, is that true? Is that true? In England, if you're saying racist things, you can be arrested and imprisoned? Is that true?
Is that true?
I'm not aware of that. I don't know British or English law.
Yeah, it's because you don't live there. I understand. I don't know it either. It's because I don't care mostly.
If that is the case, that's wild to me because that does not happen in the United States. In the United States, you're free. It is true.
Why is he?
People are saying yes.
Why are we talking about this? And I thought he looked these up.
No one's elaborating, but people are saying it's true. Wow.
He printed this out on a piece of paper and didn't look it up.
But then there's consequences. Like, you can say whatever you want, and then if you get your face caved in, I mean, you know what I mean? Now,
the person that beat you up go to jail, DSP.
Saying racist stuff, you can then press charges.
What?
So it's kind of a weird system we have
I
here.
beat him up, Your Honor. He was racist. Why are we talking about this?
Here's the truth of the matter.
Here's the truth.
That racism is incredibly stupid.
It is.
All right? I don't feel that any race is superior to another.
Obviously. It's so stupid.
You know, there's people who are incredibly gifted.
I almost wish I said I would have played the fucking TTS over this now.
It doesn't matter what color you are. The color of your skin is stupid as shit. Okay?
I thought he was a gamer. I don't want to hear him talk about this.
Argue that certain races may be prone to one thing better than another. That's scientifically proven as well. But overall, there shouldn't be a generalized bias at all against any race.
A lot of things are scientifically proven, DSP.
Every color under the rainbow, and I don't give a shit
you
what
don't
color
pay attention
you are.
to those, though.
I don't prejudge anyone. Okay,
That's
I never have
true.
in my entire life.
That's not true. I wish I had
Okay?
that clip. One day I
But
will.
people could definitely say generalized things.
I only got
and then
the
people
it's
take it the
not
wrong way and think
true.
It's racist, right?
It's not
so
the same.
it's a slippery slope. Like, how far do you take it? What can you say? What can't you say? In the United States, my opinion
Wild
is
West.
this. All right. I really don't care what the hell your opinion is on race. I wish that you wouldn't be
Wait, what the hell
racist
was
because
this
I'm
in?
not. I wish you would be more like me and be more open-minded.
I
But
shouldn't
don't
watch
care
other
if people
streamers,
have
so I don't
these
use my
notions and they
unique
have
style
these
of streaming.
experiences that make them
If you're being
prejudiced against one race
truthful
or
with me,
another.
that's how
Just
I got
don't
my
fucking
unique
turn it
style of
into
streaming, dude.
practice. You know what I mean? You'd be very surprised what people say behind closed doors. I'm being honest with all of you.
1000%. How?
People who I've known.
You think I come up with this dumb shit I do on my own?
They're saying things about other people of other races. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know this person was ever like this or thought that. That's crazy. I don't think that way. But who would have thunk it, right? Like, holy shit.
You're right.
But if that doesn't become practice, it doesn't matter. You know, if you have this stupid bias, I mean, it's dumb and it's ignorant, but it's the people who take it too far. The people who now they're going to take that to the streets. They're going to say, go back home.
Go back
because you don't
home.
belong in the United States, shit like that.
What home? Italy?
Just incredibly
What
racist
home are we
things. I'm not
talking about?
gonna
Home for
hire
who?
someone because they're a certain race.
You can't tell the Native Americans to go
We're
back
gonna
home,
have
DSP.
bias
How
on
dare
who,
you?
who does what because of their race and shit like that. And we mistreat people because of their race.
I thought he thought
It's
of these
fucked up.
ahead of time. This answer is trash.
Okay.
He's just rambling. It's like a pre-stream.
I personally, I've always been said I'm an open-minded guy, and certainly I don't think that bigotry or racism is good. But I can't stop anyone from being that way. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I can do to stop people from thinking in fucked up ways. But at the very least,
why does
just
he have
don't
to tell us
practice
that?
it. You know what I mean? Don't do messed up decision making in your life based on these stupid, ignorant opinions or things that you have in your head. But some people are. Some people are just so dumb that they will
Some people are dumb.
take this and yell at people racist things in the streets.
Yes, they yell at people in the street.
Say horrible things, do horrible things, treat people horribly
I thought
because of the color of their skin.
Didn't he tell us this
Should
kind
those
of
people
stuff
be
didn't happen?
prosecuted? I mean, for what they say? I don't know. That's a very tough question.
What was that game? He called it the SJW game or whatever. He told us that kind of stuff didn't happen in America.
Reference point.
And now people yelling at each other in the street about their race?
See how that law is actually implemented in England. Like, to what extent? If you just walk up to someone and call them a
from
racist
Anonymous.
name,
He's been
can you
talking
go to
about.
jail for that?
Shut up,
or is it
DSP.
more like, you're berating someone?
He confused
what I
again.
mean? Like,
We going back to like the start of this. He's been talking about Mass Effect 2 before the game even came out.
I don't.
Yeah,
But in the United
I guess that
States,
is technically
basically, you
true.
can say whatever the hell you want, as
$9
long
for
as
a
that
dollar.
light threat.
Oh, Phil McDonald had a form. Shit ton of emojis. It'll play later.
But you could
Give
say
him an hour.
whatever you want about someone. You could
Rent
insult
news for
everything,
1738. Reports are
insult
coming
race,
in.
you can insult,
Washington's first case of
anything
bologna
about
virus.
all right,
Bologna virus.
as just a
Recently
general
declared a
insult,
global
that's allowed.
emergency
It's
by the
when
WHO.
you escalate it to something
Known
physical or
symptoms.
threat,
I can't read
that
today.
becomes illegal, and now you can get.
Is he still on it?
Um,
We still asking questions. Is it true?
so I don't know.
I don't know.
That's I don't agree with that. I think that.
Well, there you
I
go.
do
He don't
that
agree.
freedom of
Big
speech
ups.
is important.
Reports are coming in. Already read it. Read it. See, I can't read today. I fucking give up. Fuck it. I hate everything. Finding a bridge.
In your own home, even if it's
What
ignorant and
character
stupid,
character
that's
etiquette
your
used to
home.
use in
That should be a
Smash?
protected place where you can
I'm looking
say
up a
whatever you
guide
want,
first,
Right?
and
That's
I'm
the
out.
core essence of freedom of speech is that you're able to discuss topics and come to resolution. You say the craziest shit, but as long as you can maybe come to a more intelligent resolution because you considered the crazy. You know what I mean? I don't think that we should have schools of thought that are 100% shut off ever. I think that everyone should be able to think whatever, as long as they don't, again, take that into practice. Some people would disagree with me, but that's kind of my thinking. I'm a totally open-minded guy, and I've heard people. I'll be honest. I've heard people who are very bigoted and very racist in my life.
Didn't he say this already, kinda?
My own intelligent thought that racism is stupid as shit.
I thought he was
and in my
done
own
answering it, and then he
experience
looped
that it has
back
no
around.
grounds in anything factual, and I think that racism is incredibly bad, and it should not be, ever.
Racism
be
is bad, okay?
But
Like, let's
I
be
can't
real
make
here.
people
Would a
not
streamer
think
tell you that
what I
racism
mean.
was
Should
okay?
someone be
This
jailed
is such
because
a
they think
stupid
that
fucking
way?
discussion.
No, I don't think so. But should they be able to just?
If
go
he
into the
thought
street and constantly
if he
insult
thought the
someone
opposite of
with
this, he
racist
wouldn't
shit?
tell us anyway.
Oh man, I don't know. I can't answer this question. This is a tough one. This is
Why did
actually
he answer it? He
one
can't answer it.
of the toughest questions I think I've tackled because I don't think there's a good answer.
He can tell us that racism is bad, but he can't tell us
And
anything else.
I believe in freedom of speech. Absolutely, I believe in freedom of speech. But I guess the question.
That's why he wants everybody to get banned everywhere, because he's Mr. Freedom of Speech.
Defamation.
That's why.
Right.
Oh, now it's defamation. Never mind.
If you just
I
make
shouldn't
a
have
general
talked, dude.
racist comment,
The story has
versus you're
changed now.
basically saying this person is devalued because they're a race. I don't, dude. This is tough. This is so tough. I can't answer the question.
Stay back!
A situation and say, do I feel that that's extreme enough that one would be jailed or in this case, yeah, jailed for verbal racial abuse? You know, I would need to know what exactly is the law in England, and then kind of compare it with the law here to give an informed answer. So it's a tough question. I've been talking about it for almost 10 minutes. I still don't think I've even gotten to the essence of the question because I don't have enough information. Okay. So really, you have no right to criticize because you're the asshole who created the situation to begin with. We don't dwell on this one all day.
That was fucking ridiculous.
You mentioned in your Life is Strange 2 playthrough that the SJW...
That's what I was thinking about Life is Strange. When he played Life is Strange 2, he was telling us that kind of stuff didn't happen. And now he talks about racism, people yelling in the streets about race. I thought it didn't happen.
If they're passionate about that subject.
Whatever.
And that's from Jeff Bezos
Big
is
ups.
right now.
Jeff Bezos is
I don't know
right
if that's
now.
how you say his name, by the way. That's
Long-time
like the
forum
CEO
user.
of Amazon or whatever. Here's the thing about Life is Strange 2. All right, I'm totally for a game integrating an issue from real life into the game to make it seem more realistic. I'm not all for the game making the entirety of the game shoving that political agenda down my throat. If Life is Strange 2 had a situation where there was one character in the game who was like a racist, and so because the protagonists are, they have Latin heritage, because of that, maybe the guy's racist against them and treats them poorly or whatever, I'd be like, fair enough. There are definitely racist people in the United States of America who treat people like that. So maybe this is a case of one of them, and I understand.
So he starts the Q&A with a question about games from 10 years ago,
literally like
and then politics,
five
basically.
Where the kids were treated in a racist manner, overwhelmingly because of their nationality, you know, where they came from. And to me, it's like, that's too heavy-handed. You know what I mean? Like, that's a skewed perspective. That's you shoving your narrative down my throat.
Anonymous for $1. This dude prejudges everything because he never experiences anything.
Because you're trying to prove a point or say something political.
He came from Connecticut.
And for me,
and he
that's
got a cowboy hat.
You know? And me, again, I'm an open-minded guy. So if you want to push a narrative or you want to have me think a way maybe that I normally wouldn't think or whatever, or put me in the shoes of these kids who are being treated in a racist manner, because normally I'm, you know, be very honest, I'm white. Normally I wouldn't be treated in a racist manner in the United States no matter where I go, because white is a very common, you know, race here.
Black people are common too now, DSP. What?
So, oh my God, I'm playing a protagonist who's actually being prejudiced.
I don't want to talk about it.
Me in their shoes.
Moving on.
Really fucked up. I think that game
Phil Burnell for $1. Dude, I'm open-minded. What's that? You have criticism of me and how I conduct myself?
It's like too much. It's too heavy.
Thanks for money, dummy.
It really has to do with good writing.
Suck. Exactly.
Life is Strange 2 did not have good writing at all.
Let's be honest. I'm white.
The other thing is, this is Life is Strange 2.
No one's racist to white people.
It's a sequel.
Feels good, man.
The first game didn't have those kind of discussions, and all of a sudden to cram it in, okay, once. Oh wait, the whole game's about it. You know, it's like, wait a minute, you know. You're people who bought Life is Strange 2 on the premise that, oh, it's going to be like a continuation of a game like 1 and it'll be good. And it really wasn't. The writing was completely different, and it really turned me off. Like, by the end of the game, the writing was so ridiculously stupid, I just didn't care anymore. I didn't care if anyone lived or died or nothing. It's the complete opposite. In the first game, I cared about the characters. I wanted them to survive. I wanted to have an outcome to this ongoing mystery of what was going on at the school. And the second game was just like, I didn't give a fuck about these people by the end because the writing was so shit, you know? So I would definitely say...
He explains the full situation behind the question you sent him. Every single question. It's ridiculous.
Like, I didn't get it the first 5 times. You got to hammer it in a 6th. I get it. These kids are being treated in a racist manner because they're not white.
Didn't this dude tell us how to give him money every day?
5 times to get the picture. I got the picture the first 5 times.
Really?
See what I mean?
Tell him that. See how mad he gets.
So I'm okay with politics being in games. I'm 100% okay with that. As long as you don't become a hackneyed writer who just fucking tries to shoehorn every moment something about people being racist to a certain race. You know what I mean?
I actually don't know. Hackneyed?
And I really feel that's why Life is Strange 2 sucked. Fair enough?
All right.
Okay. Moving on. Next question is from Kalena. And Kalena asked the following. From the previous decade, you were well
From
known
the
on the internet
previous
as a guy who raged
decade
at
is the
video
start of the
games,
fucking question.
particularly the ones that fell under the
From the
fighting game genre.
previous
You infamously
decade.
criticized certain games for presenting you with unfair challenges, such as overpowered boss fights, horrendous cameras, awful checkpoints, and lame online connections, just to name a few.
Man.
After the latter half of the previous decade, you seem to have really transformed into a calmer and chiller guy who withdrew blaming games for their flaws. My question to you is, what were the most relaxing and stress-free games that you played in the previous decade, and which ones made you feel the happiest while you played them? First of all, I'll agree with you to some extent. I don't want people to think that now in the modern era, I never call a game out, I'll never get angry at a game, and I'll never say, oh, I think that this is unfair, this isn't working. That's not true at all. What I am is I think I'm more fair now. You know, if I'm playing a game, I'm not going to overly criticize it, make fun of it just for the hell of it. Back in the day, that's what I did. Like, my shtick on YouTube...
That how he sold the WWE game?
Probably the first 5
that he would
years
just make
that I
fun
did
of it?
this was... Phil was the guy who was over-the-top humor, over-sexualized,
Bruh for 333. Alert racism is incredibly bad. I agree it is. Why would destroy him at 417?
Right?
DSP would be more popular if he wasn't putting on his fake woke persona. He does do what?
Criticizing the games. He would always just
he do that. Anonymous for $1. I can't tell if he's trying to flex or give us the virtue signal. He don't fucking know what he's doing.
Like, that was my shtick, right? That was the thing.
He tell us his thing was what it wasn't was. He don't know what his thing is now. He don't have a thing. He never had a thing.
But I would
his thing is that he's the guy.
So that I would always have
he was the
commentary to fill dead
No,
air,
his thing is that he's the king of hypocrisy. Somebody gift him
That's always what I would do, because I knew I had to have a catch to make people come watch my content. And when I first started on YouTube,
how long do tips take to go through? They all muted.
And then it was like I need another.
They already went through.
Basically, the first 2 or 3
years
that I did it, I was kind of formulating
I got it
what
like
I was going to do, what was going to be my
literally in the description under it that they muted.
Videos.
It'll play later.
And that's really what it was. Okay.
And I've been reading them this whole time too.
I would say in the last 3 or more years,
I'm doing a really good job of it,
an
obviously.
interactive streamer, I don't really have to do that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, there's no dead air to fill because I have a live chat in front of me. At any moment, excuse me, if a game isn't hyper interesting or super fun, I don't have to sit there and say, oh, this game sucks, or say something stupid and over the top and immature. Instead, I could just talk with you guys and hang out and have more fun and kind of relax. Streaming now is way more relaxing than it used to be. Way more relaxing. It used to be stressful for me when I had to do playthroughs because, I got to entertain thousands of people today. I got to do what I can to entertain these thousands of people and hook
thousands
them,
a day
coming and rolling. Now it's not like that anymore.
Oh, it's not like that anymore. Guys. Whoops, my bad.
We're gonna hang out. We're gonna have fun with games. We're gonna have some fun interactions. It really is a completely different vibe than it used to be back in the day. All right. And the truth of the matter is, today, the games that I play that end up being more relaxing playthroughs, I feel end up being some of the more enjoyable.
Why does he want everything to be relaxing? What's up with this?
Versus some of the games that I play that are more stressful, they don't
stressful
really
games?
let them be more interactive streams because I have to concentrate on the game so much. I don't really get to interact with you guys that much. So even though, don't get me wrong, it's not like, oh, that's it. Phil's never playing a From Software game
in front of dozens of people. Vincent and all his fucking soccer accounts.
What I'm
so
saying
relaxing.
is definitely now, with the style that I've adopted, it opens
you
us
should take a fucking pill before we stream if you want to be so relaxed. What's his problem?
Normally back then, on the old school YouTube videos I used to make, no one would watch them. Everyone would complain this playthrough sucks, it's boring, you know.
Yeah, I got the most
now it's different, okay? And in reality, I actually really enjoy coming.
Somebody else probably noticed it.
A fun, relaxing
stream
where we could just hang out and have fun with a chill game versus, oh, this game's all about serious gameplay and hyper concentrating on the game because it's very challenging. You see what I mean? So, following along in that vein of what you're saying here, okay? Your question is, what are some of the most well, first of all, your statement.
It took him that long to explain
today,
the question before he reads the question. That's phenomenal.
Horrendous cameras, etc. That's not true.
Holy shit!
If that happens in a game, I still call it out. Absolutely. Every time I play fighting games online, I complain about the lag because there's lag. Every time that I play a freaking From Software game and the camera squishes against the wall and I can't see shit and I die because of it, I call it out for that. Okay. I'm currently playing Donkey Kong 64. Okay. It's a game from 1999. And the game itself is outdated by 1999's standards. There's been other 3D platformers between the release of Mario 64 and Donkey Kong 64 that were better. So I'm going to call
Which
that game
ones
out,
are they? Because he's not telling us the name of these beta games.
This camera really sucks. I can't see what I'm doing, etc. I'll call it out for that. But that's not the end-all, be-all of what I'm doing, and I'm not overly exaggerating those points to try to fill dead air and keep it entertaining. Instead, I can just say it when it happens and then move on to other stuff and interact with you guys to have fun on the stream rather than it just being go, go, go with that kind of content. You know what I'm saying? So, to get to your actual question, what are some of the most
How long did that actually take? In reality, how long did it take?
I would say
from the starting him reading the question to responding to the question. Because rewording it and explaining the question to the dude that had the question doesn't count. And he fully leans back during his Q&A video.
Just the graphical design of the game and the gameplay. It really was like it was a challenging game, but it was free flowing. It was fun. I remember the end of the game was really neat. The ending. So I would say that. I would also say Kirby's Epic Yarn, right? The Kirby game where everything was yarn. That game was just a breeze. There really wasn't any significant challenge to the game. That was more of a game that you 100% just play to enjoy and have a relaxing time rather than worry about insane challenge. Oh, let's see. Definitely, you know, some of the most chill streams I've had over the last few years, you know, MLB, right? Having these baseball seasons where I'm just swinging at baseballs. I don't really care about anything else. Doesn't really matter if I do well or not. It's more about hanging out with you guys while I try to hit the balls or field the balls or whatever. And in that case, it's not really. It's even though I get enjoyment when I hit a home run or whatever, it's more about the fun we have.
Is he really explaining the sensation of playing
you know,
digital baseball?
I would say this: yes and no. Because there's some streams of Minecraft that I'll play, and everything goes
He just explained the sensation of playing digital baseball. It feels good when he hits a home run.
Those are very chill and relaxing. But then there's some streams when everything goes wrong. I'm trying to build something, and it doesn't go right. Or I run out of resources now, and oh my god, enemies show up out of nowhere. I got a raid coming into my town. Uh-oh, I was out exploring, and you know I got attacked, and now it's a desperate fight
do
for
we not
survival,
understand
right?
how it
So really
how it
depends. I see
feels
some
to
Minecraft
play a
streams,
video
yeah, others
game?
no, it's kind of a unique combination.
We don't understand how it feels to play a video
I'm just
game.
trying to think. Anything else off the top of my head that comes
God damn
you know
it,
what
dude.
I mean? What do you guys think? I'm curious.
What do you guys think? I'm curious.
What you
So he
guys
can
would say,
reword what we fucking said
in
and
the
snort
stream
and
chat,
clear his
like,
throat
what
the
were
whole
some of
time.
the most
That's
chill,
why.
relaxing.
It's a
you know,
fantastic Q&A.
gameplay that I did in the last decade. What do you?
The
guys
last
think?
decade. What did you guys think of
In
the last
meantime, Mature
decade
Adult Cheer,
of
thank you
my
for Mature
content?
Adult, and Super Sly Gaming gifted a sub to King of Hypocrisy. So congrats, King of Hypocrisy, and thank you, Super Sly Gaming, for the support. Night in the Woods. That Anonymous says Night in the Woods.
Of course, Anonymous said that. Anonymous spent hundreds to get him to play that game.
There were very few
No
times
shit, he
Pokemon
liked
Sword
it.
played through, maybe a few gym battles. But
He was the
nothing
only
that
one
was
that
really
paid any
crazy,
money for it,
hectic,
actually.
Challenging is more relaxing. I agree there. Final Fantasy VI, yeah. Whenever I play a classic like that, I would say it's definitely a more chill, relaxing playthrough for sure. Okay. Oh yeah. That's a good one. 100% agree with OG Rascal. Judgment. Judgment was like the ultimate fun playthrough for me last year in 2019. Here's why. It had
Listen
combat.
to this fucking salesman pitch coming in.
And sometimes the combat was challenging, especially the boss fights. But in general,
This
the combat
isn't
in
a
the Streets of
shill.
Kamurocho was pretty simple
As
and
he
easy. There was
more
so
or less
much content
plugs
that every day I played
at
the
best
game,
average
I didn't know
games
what I was
to
going
us.
to do. I could wander around the Streets of Kamurocho.
He don't tell
and
us to
10
buy the
side
stuff
missions,
everybody
that's
else
2 hours
say is
straight,
good,
we're
because
done.
that would make him a
Or it could
shill.
be there, I don't
He
want
tell
to
us
do
to
any
buy
side
the
missions,
7
we just
out of
focus
10.
on story.
Get it
But
at
no matter
full
what,
price.
It was like a fun open world experience.
No discount
it was
code either.
relaxing. It was entertaining. There was so much content in the game that there was always variety. And a lot of people have told me they actually feel that like my Judgment playthrough.
He was bitching the whole time he played
was
it too.
like the chill summer of 2019 they're always going to remember, because that was like 2-3 months we played it, starting in June, July, August, right? I didn't finish it till late August, so it was like 3 months or 2.5 months that was the chill thing we did at night. And a lot of people really enjoyed that and loved that, and I did too. You know, that's going to be a playthrough that kind of sticks with me for a while. So Judgment, there you go. That's a good one. Good call out there. Okay, continuing on here. Is this a two-parter? It is a two-parter. All right, so this is a two-parter. Very in-depth question, so please bear with me. It's 2 paragraphs I have to read before we get to the question. This is a question from Black Swan 89. Get ready. Okay, everybody knows what Here's his question. Help! Over to a full-time streamer, understandably. One of the toughest things that you do in your playthroughs, which have ruined plenty of the games, is allowing backseat gaming and allowing people to give you hints and or advice.
He's allowed backseat gaming since 2012. Has this dude been frozen the last 10 years?
Persevere through a game, no matter how cryptic or tough a section of the game might be. I enjoyed that you didn't care much for this is how you don't play people, trying to capitalize on your failures, and that you treated every playthrough like the old days of no hand-holding from the chat or other people. I give it a very retro feel and felt really rewarding and satisfying as a longtime viewer to see a streamer pull through instead of being told how to figure something out. It felt unique to see someone, stubbornly or not, give a tough game a good couple of tries because it felt organic and it felt like the pre-internet days of perseverance. Okay, let's continue on. Told you this was a long question. It has, at least in my opinion, ruined so many playthroughs that you have done, and my question is, have you considered or will you consider a no backseat gaming policy in the near future? From spoilers to being basically handheld to a section of the game, it feels like chat interaction has taken a far bigger prevalence that has arguably taken away one of the unique features that DSP Gaming brought, which was raw, unedited gameplay that many viewers, include myself, loved. Other
this is just a salty baby who sipped the Kool-Aid a long time ago. And he shouldn't have been in either. It was always bullshit.
This is going to be a very involved answer because there's a lot to cover here.
DSP was getting handheld in 2010. He used to look at the comments.
I didn't live stream at all until
I hate 2013. He used to look at the comments.
Was the year where I first started live streaming.
He used to get advice from Panda Lee in 2012.
Seriously as a medium of interaction.
The fuck is this dude talking about?
3 years ago, during my Breath of the Wild playthrough in 2017.
He just want to see him rage. So that's really all it is. He just reworded it to make it bullshit and to kind of stroke his ego a bit. But in reality, he just want to see him rage.
Back in the day when I used to do YouTube videos, I always recorded offline. There was no chance whatsoever that people could spoil the game for me, and so everything was 100% honest first-time reactions to me playing a game, with very few exceptions. Maybe a few games I had played before and I was playing a second time for YouTube. Or in the case of a few games where I knew I was going to need help and I looked stuff up. But in general, yes, my playthroughs were honest reactions of me just flubbing through a game by myself with zero help. Okay? And back in the day, when YouTube was a very different animal, that stuff worked. People liked seeing the unedited long-form content. They liked seeing every single fail, every single mistake. They liked seeing me rage every time that I fucked up, right? That was a thing. That was a part of my shtick. Watch the common guy who sucks at games try to play this hard game and fuck up a million times and swear, and everyone laughs at him and makes fun of him, right? So, yeah, I would actually say back in the day, that's what I did, okay? Now, the thing is that over time, things changed.
Back in the day, back in 2008?
And a few things changed
2009?
That I feel really made it so that
We're going to pretend this dude watched back then?
Allow me to explain. First of all,
allow me to
long-form playthroughs. People didn't like them anymore. People were getting shorter attention spans on YouTube and wanted digestible content. They didn't want to go see a 300-part playthrough of a game that was 30 hours long. They wanted to see a 5 to 10-part playthrough of a game where each part was like maybe a half an hour to an hour long, and it was edited. It cut out the dead air. It cut out the stuff in between. This is what became popular on YouTube during this time frame, and a lot of people around the 2012-2013 time frame said, Phil, you're a dinosaur. You're doing things the old way. You're doing things the unedited way. No one wants that anymore. Everyone wants the new montage style playthrough.
From what?
No one wants the raw content.
Like 9 years ago or something he said this?
You know, I hate to say it, but to some
You're
extent,
a dinosaur.
people were right. I still
One
think
dude
that
said that.
Who loved my style
and he's
of
been
gameplay,
upset about it for like an actual decade.
And doing it for 5+
it ain't been
years
that long.
at that
It's
point.
been a long ass time though. God damn,
But
dude.
in general, the common viewer was coming to YouTube for something more digestible. And I hate to say it, this was a time frame when people started saying, oh my God, gaming on YouTube is big business. So if I come in with a team of people who have video editing expertise, a ton of money and financing,
getting a really outdated answer. This is supposed to be a long-time fan he's talking to, and he's giving him this answer.
Games and edit that
this
at a
outdated shit
rate
answer.
And throw that out on the internet, we can make big money.
Jealousy.
And so guys like me, who were doing
he
it
went
for
to
the
Twitch
love
to
of
make money.
Didn't want
he
to
hates
sit
everybody else that do anything to make money.
Their content constantly.
Other people not. Other people can't make money. Only DSP can.
Moments. And I
this
wanted
is the
to
reality
highlight
we live
every
in.
waking moment of all the
and
content
everybody
that
else got to get banned too. But it's not cancel culture.
Basically got trampled.
They're just bad people.
Because people got almost, I don't want to say brainwashed, but basically they got.
They started to like better stuff.
Well, I can't think of the
they
word,
got used
but
to good
they
stuff.
came to expect that when you're going to watch a
Yes,
playthrough,
this is it.
for it to be a
They
high quality
good
playthrough,
stuff.
you cut out
Well,
any
they
of
expected
the
they had a
fails,
new
you cut
definition
out the
of
dead
good.
time. This is going to be
That's
just
bad
the
to him.
best and worst moments of the playthrough in an edited style from people who have
He literally got
video
left
editing
behind,
know-how,
and he's
it's
mad
never
that
really
people
one
called him
guy
a
anymore. It's a
dinosaur.
team of
The
people all working
dinosaurs got
together to
left
make a
behind.
best
That's why they're not around
product.
anymore.
It became very, very,
They didn't.
what's the word I want to say? I don't want to say corporate,
Brainwashed.
but manufactured. You know
Isn't
what
he
I mean? Instead of,
brainwashed
this
to
is the
expect
love
good
of the
graphics
game,
and shit?
I'm putting out raw videos because I love
Based
video
on
games
his
and I
own
want to share my
logic?
experiences with you daily. It became, this is a team of people making professional style videos to make money. And sadly, that's what became prominent on YouTube. Okay? And so, what I had to do over the years, I had to adapt. Okay? And eventually, I adopted live streaming. And then in 2017, I said, if I'm going to continue doing what I love, which is playing games, not sitting and editing videos and doing montages and all this shit, I have to change my format of content delivery because the YouTube format doesn't work anymore. People are not going to YouTube for that raw, unedited content anymore. They want something different. They want this produced content, manufactured content, content that is a lot of time, effort, and money and expertise put into, people coming into it to make a profit, not people coming into it just because I'm a gamer and I just want to sit down and play a game. Okay? In fact, my videos that were that long-form, unedited content became highly criticized. And why do you think This Is How You Don't Play became popular? Because people looked at me and said, wow,
he was bad at the game, not because he didn't edit his videos.
They do it high quality.
And then they stayed
Phil's
popular because he didn't edit his
he doesn't do
videos.
that. Now, in reality, that wasn't the case.
That's what happened.
In reality, I was working harder than a lot of the people putting out that other content. But people didn't want to see that. They thought that me just sitting here playing games was lazy. But you have to realize I was here 7 days a fucking week playing games. I was putting out 5 times
and
more
he used to
content
take multiple days off to spend time with Panda Lee back
videos
then.
were edited and shiny and, you know, looked professional.
Every month.
They got all the views while my content declined over the years because of this weird mentality that you had to have that overproduced, manufactured style content for profit in order to actually be good, and that my old style of being raw and genuine didn't matter
was good, wasn't good.
So that's why This Is How You Don't Play became prominent. These were people who had
the time,
thought the
shiny would come back.
Cherry pick the moments they felt were funny and or made me look stupid, edit them into a stylized video with comedy shit added in, and those became hyper popular and viral on YouTube. And I didn't do that. Again, I stayed true to who I was, okay?
Except for when he changed like 7 times.
So, that's what happened.
What was the question again?
YouTube years, okay? Now, the last 3 years that I started doing live streaming as an interactive streamer, I realized this is the only way that I'm going to be able to retain the kind of content that I want to do. People are not going to YouTube to watch raw content anymore. They're going to live stream.
Holy shit, this actually was about hand-holding. Wow.
The thing is, when you go from a YouTube base to a live streaming base, there's so many changes.
He's a live streamer, he has to get handheld.
Constant interactivity to engage your viewer base so that they will stick around. Because if you're playing a game ignoring the people there,
it's not being handheld. It's called engaging the viewer.
And I did that from 2013 to early 2017. I streamed and basically ignored the chat all the time. And basically those people were like, what's the point of even going to the stream when you can just watch on YouTube? It's the same experience. Now, there is big incentive to show up to a stream. You're going to interact with me. If you cheer, sub, or tip, I give you a shout out. I read things out of the stream chat. I interact with you guys.
Except when he do a Q&A. He don't do any of these during the Q&A.
Yes, people will
try to help
me to advance in the part of the game. Now you might say, well, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Why does that happen? Why do people try
Why
to
are you leaning back when you talk?
The answer is very simple. Because people who are watching a stream want to see advancement. They don't want to see 47 fails in a row. They want to see the next part of the game. They want to see that gamer having fun. They like the person on the other end. You know what I mean? People who watch my streams frequently like me as a person and as a gamer, and they want to see me enjoy the game. They don't want to see me sit here and suffer for 3 hours on one boss because there's a nuance of the boss fight I'm not understanding. They want to see me fight and win and pass that boss so I can go on and see the rest of the game. You understand? It's a more positive vibe now on live streams because they're interactive than it ever was before.
He's
on
telling
YouTube
a long-time fan how long-time fans felt. This dude is at least pretending to be a long-time fan in this. And he's telling them how long-time fans felt. Did he forget the meme of the question?
That's the deal. Okay, now, I 100% agree with you, Black Spawn.
Now he agrees.
Every stream was just people
of course he
telling me how to
fucking
do everything.
agrees
That would
with
be
him. Of course he
incredibly boring.
does.
And I hate to say it, but people are just
piece of
dickheads.
shit.
And they want to believe the worst. And they want to see, even if they're not here live on the stream, they want to think that every game playthrough that I do, the only reason I ever succeed at anything is because someone told me how to do it on the stream. That's not the case. Almost never does that happen. In fact, I usually only take advice if I'm actually doing something challenging and I'm stuck. Or the other situation would be there's something cryptic in a game that normally I would have missed and actually adds something very significant to the game. And then the stream helps me with it. So, for example,
didn't he complain about the question being long? And his answer is
if people didn't tell
this
me,
long.
You need to get those 3 umbilical cords. And you
How
need
did they
to have
figure
them
this
in your
out?
inventory or eat them, whatever it was.
They cheated, obviously. Everyone
you
cheated.
Do that by the end to see the true final boss, secret boss of the game. I would have missed out on a really fun critical end boss, and I would have been disappointed.
No, he wouldn't have been.
Thank goodness people interactively told me during that playthrough.
They interactively told me.
Miss out on a big important part of the game when you're playing it.
What other kind of way can they tell them?
Now, does that mean that they held my hand and they spoiled? And that's
of course not.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think that enabled me to do another fun boss fight. You see what I mean?
Well, that's a nice
some
spin to
people would
put on
actually
it.
disagree and say, well, Phil should have just done whatever he did, right? No help and no interaction at all. The thing is, when you adapt to become a live streamer, you have to adapt your content. You have to become interactive.
You sure, DSP?
To survive. If I sat here and I said, no spoilers policy, absolutely no help or hand-holding ever
He's
allowed,
never had a no spoilers policy.
a bunch of people would say, this is boring. Phil's ignoring us. You know, we want to help them.
You can talk to people without being handheld through the game, though. Shouldn't he know that? I thought he was a big streamer. You know what he's doing.
And we don't care. We're not going to watch anymore. That's the difference between YouTube on-demand content and live streaming interactive
His stream,
content. And
they become on-demand videos, though. What the fuck is he talking about?
Now, again, by no means am I saying,
every
single part of a game should be spoiled for me and everyone should hold my hand every day. When I'm playing a game that's challenging, I do want to give it an honest try the first time around. I don't want anyone to tell me how to do stuff. You know, right now I'm playing Donkey Kong 64. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing in this game. At first, I was so confused, I needed a little bit of help, so people started explaining, certain bananas can only be collected by certain monkeys, certain coins can only be collected
This game was
by
from 1999, though.
Family members.
I thought, what, didn't he say it was outdated? He needed the stream to play an outdated game?
That basic premise of the game was explained.
How did people play it in 1999?
Now I'm playing it, I don't need help at all. Now I'm coasting through, I'm finding all the hidden stuff, simply because I know the basics. Now, a perfect example here.
All right, this taking way too long. I was like,
man, I guess I'm stuck.
And first of all, if people thought, okay, he says, well, if I didn't stream this way, people would say, Phil's not talking to us. We're bored. Well, why does he get literally 1,000 less average viewers no matter what he does now? Shouldn't more people show up than back in the day because Phil is interacting? They would all leave if they were bored, right? But they fucking left anyway. Oh well. See what I mean?
If someone had just immediately said, Phil, when you're in this area, has Diddy Kong fly through the ring 3 times? That's a spoiler. But if you see I'm done with the area, I'm about to move on and miss significant content, all right?
He only cared about WWE being spoiled.
So I feel that there's a balance. Certainly, I'm not going to say here, I've perfected that balance. I know I haven't. And sometimes people spoil stuff they shouldn't be spoiling. It's very hard to control.
They don't get in trouble for it, though. Now it's about not being able to control it. It's a live environment.
Now they spoiled everything, right?
You can't even say Subaru in his chat, but it's nothing you can do about a game spoiler. Sounds correct to me.
You have a theory, but it doesn't necessarily.
He gets so distracted when you look at the chat during this.
I could have, I think that this should only happen in this situation, but then people might just go out and say, I can't control what you guys say or do on stream. So
I don't know what this
it is what it is
for. Webster's dictionary for $1.
He feels my hands held
adjective of a phrase or idea.
In the case of other people, they might feel that
significance through having being overused, unoriginal, and trite.
Tell me,
saying things are hackneyed.
On stream and you don't respond to me.
I should have read the last part.
You see what I mean? So it's kind of like you can't have it both ways.
Who did he steal hackneyed
So I don't really
from?
know how people could say that. In one case, someone claims that I'm having my hand held constantly, and all I do is read people's comments.
And then, of course, they use it the wrong way.
On the other hand, I got people saying I never read their comments, and therefore, I'm not interactive enough. You see, you're always going to have that. You're going to have the element where people just.
I thought you adapted though, DSP. Now people complain.
I'm still these days trying to strive to strike a balance and find the right balance of interactive.
I adapted, but people complain, and I'm still looking for a balance.
There's no more blind playthroughs. Like, yes, I'll play a game for the first time ever. But there's going to be people telling me about the game. There's going to be
he sell his streams as being blind. And if you expect it,
3 years
you're
ago.
wrong.
I didn't want to change. I wanted to stay the old style of content creation on YouTube. But when I was doing that, people said, you're outdated. You're a dinosaur. This is how you don't play. Has overtaken you. And people. This
is how you don't play. Still overtaking him. Restream's overtaking him. Everything overtaking him. Because he's a dinosaur.
So then I moved over here, started doing things differently. You're doing it wrong. It's like, well, no, you can't have it both ways. You can't. Sorry.
Everything always overtake DSP because he's a dinosaur.
I openly admit
he is.
I feel the interactive streams are.
That's just the way it works.
I used to do for YouTube. I've said this numerous times. I love now what I do for a living way more than when I used to.
The fucking chicken cam on Mixer is gonna overtake DSP in a few months.
That goes hand in hand with the fact you're gonna have.
And it's just the streamer looking at chickens,
talking more about the games and telling me more about the games, and you just have to live with that. If you don't like it, go find a very rare Let's Player who has absolutely no interaction with anyone.
Oh, now it's about no interaction, huh?
All right.
What did they just ban spoilers?
My
though?
wife and I have in the past few
months,
a few people play some of the games that we like. Like for example,
I'm gonna be honest.
YouTubers play Bloodborne and Dark Souls games.
I thought he don't watch other YouTubers
boy,
though.
Everyone's style is completely different.
No shit.
Really, like you have some people. 100% of the time when they're actually playing the games, they're talking constantly to their viewers and getting information from them, and they're literally playing the game because
I like how he's never gonna tell us who any of these people are.
Then there's people who just do YouTube. They don't stream, but they read their YouTube comments and completely change what they're doing in the game based on the YouTube.
That's what he used to do. He literally used to do that.
Playing.
Fuck this dude. This is so trash.
And they were using a weapon they really liked. But because a commenter told them, this weapon's much better, they basically started using the best weapon in the game.
The best weapon.
Resource they had
he did that.
Weapon in the game.
He did the same thing.
Through the game. And I thought that playthrough sucked.
He literally did this stuff.
They were handheld.
Remember when he got the Drake sword?
This is exactly what you need to do to coast through this
That's
game.
literally what he did.
There are bosses in Bloodborne that are incredibly difficult, and because they had this one weapon and build, whoop, just zooped right by it. I was like, this guy literally didn't get the experience of Bloodborne because he's coasted through his playthrough being told exactly what to do.
Literally what he did. This dude is
insane. That if you're someone who's looking for, I wanted to see someone get challenged, that's really what I was looking. I want to see how this
he watched the whole fucking Bloodborne playthrough though. I thought he didn't have any time.
Get told immediately this is how you do it, and they coast through the whole game. That's a waste. I agree with you. Like that's kind of silly. At the same time, when you're watching someone on a live stream, do you want to see someone?
You make up 7 opinions on every answer.
4 hours because they can't figure something out.
Oh, now it's about 4 hours of no progress.
You see what I mean? So I think it's different.
He has to redo 20 minutes and he cries. But now it's about 4 hours of progress. Now, what's hilarious
is that idiots say stuff like, well, that's what happened with me. When?
Every Dark Souls and Bloodborne and Souls game playthrough.
Dark Souls 1, I didn't play them legit. The first time, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
He just said when.
The second time, I literally
and then he tells us when.
People handheld me through the whole game. With
didn't he just say when?
The third playthrough, which was the redemption run of Dark Souls 1, was 100% legit.
He looked at the chat the whole time during that.
I got a rare drop with that black.
He cheated his ass off, and he got a rare drop because he tried to get a rare drop.
I coasted through the game, but that was luck.
Coasted.
That wasn't because I had planned on getting that. I actually
played the game the
idea
third
that weapon
time.
Was good, and then when it dropped, I was like, "Whoa, the stats of this weapon look great." I started leveling it and realized it was insanely overpowered, and it just made that playthrough super easy for me. Right?
So it
now, when
sucked,
I did my
right?
Dark Souls remastered run, I did not use the Black Knight halberd. I went through and did a different build and did it completely different.
Oh, he know the name of the weapons now. He didn't know the name
of
the weapon talking about that other dude.
Make shit up for the sake of, because we want to delegitimize everything Phil ever does, right? And that's stupid as shit. My first
Don't he do that with people he don't like, though?
Legit. I had no idea what I was doing, and I suffered. When I did my, what was it called? Scholar of the First Sin run, I did a dual-wielding build, and I was instructed by another Soulsborne player.
So you got handheld.
On how to do
He's talking about Ptolemaeo.
And it was crazy fun. And
another Twitch streamer.
But I'd already done a legit playthrough of the game, so doing a second build with knowledge of how to do it was nothing wrong with that. You see what I mean?
What if it wasn't that other dude first time playing the game?
I don't want anyone to
he said his playthrough
hold my
sucked.
hand, but I do feel that help is appreciated in either an overly difficult
What if that
game
dude
or a game
appreciated his help?
There's no way I would figure it out on my own.
You said his playthrough sucked.
All right. As a streamer, I have to keep the stream moving. I have to constantly keep the stream moving. I can't have the stream
That's not true.
On one thing for
30 minutes of music.
People get bored, get angry, and they want to move on.
He got to keep the stream moving.
Lose the retention of your audience if you're not doing fun stuff.
30 minutes
of
music.
Constantly frustrated. Okay? So
sounds good.
That's kind of the balance I'm trying to
strike.
Holy
shit, get to the next question. I hope the next question
it's
is like
very
WWE
tough,
or
especially
something.
now I see what I've seen from an outsider's
The ultimate way to
how
like finish a
some
video.
streamers do it differently. And
Some
YouTubers
streamers
do it, and how I can understand how people can get completely frustrated if 100% of a playthrough is kind of coasted through because of something that happened.
They're probably just gonna stop watching
if
if they're used to other people playing a certain way.
At the same time, I don't feel that happens with my playthroughs, or at least if it does, it's a rarity.
Of course,
and I try not to do that all the time.
Of course,
this is not Phil's guided by chat every day.
Obviously,
Phil has fun with
this
games,
is
and every once
of
in a while,
course
chat helps him out
the
with
relaxation
something
chill
that's stuck
zone
for hours on end, right?
Right.
So, that being said, that's the deal. I don't think there's a definitive answer to this question.
What a great answer.
You know, there is no.
I don't even know what the
perfect
response
balance,
really
everyone's
was.
looking for something different. Some people who watch me on stream just want me to suffer all day. Some
Suffer.
people who watch me on stream actually want me to see me have fun and advance.
Yeah, he never have
it's
time
really
to watch YouTube videos, but he watched the whole fucking playthrough of some other dude.
What's the perfect balance when you're a live streamer between getting help?
He
and
watching
not
whole
getting help?
playthroughs
But no,
now.
I'm not going to institute a rule. How stupid would this be? Absolutely no one can ever give me any information on a game. It's a pure
This
blind
dude
playthrough.
spent years and years and months and months and years and years saying he don't have time to watch other streamers. And if he did, he wouldn't anyway. And now he watching whole playthroughs, and he have opinions on if they sucked or not. He know what a good playthrough is. I didn't even know DSP had the context of what a playthrough even could be. And now he criticizing some other dude playthrough because he got handheld. DSP is criticizing playthroughs for handholding. That's silly. This is trolling.
Oh, no spoilers, no help
This
at all.
is trolling.
It's just dumb shit. You know, at the same time, I can completely understand from watching a few other playthroughs how when someone gets told a game-breaking thing that will make the game too easy, how that also can be an issue. So I see both sides, and I strive to get that perfect balance. I know for some people it's not perfect, and for some people they like what I do. You know, it is what it is. I'm always going to be improving, I feel. I feel there's always room for improvement, and even though I've been doing this for 3 years like this, I think I'm still learning, and I'm still adapting. You know what I mean?
He's been a streamer since 2012, dude.
But there's no perfection.
And he uploaded to YouTube in
my opinion.
2012. He
It's
uploaded to
everyone's
YouTube
subjective
now,
choice.
but it's different because he say so.
Okay.
That's not how it works, though.
There you go. All right.
That's why you got fucking Apex streamers with 7 views
Alex,
saying they full-time streamers.
For years of entertainment. Thank you, Alex. That is the biggest tip of the day so
Everything
far.
worked
So
because
let's
they
get you up on
say
the
they
leaderboard.
say it worked. Just because they say so. Oh well.
I appreciate that, sir.
I guess that's
Thank
how
you
it
for the
works in
contribution and the
Dark
support.
Side Land too.
Third Eye the Third Cheer said, I love it when you put your controller down and you're basically screaming at the stream chat saying, I need help right now.
Whoops.
I need someone to tell me what to do. Yeah, and the reasons that I would do that, quite frankly, is because I'm at a part of a game that's
It's 'cause
so
he hate
cryptic.
playing games. Oh, it's
or,
cryptic,
in particular, a
so
game that's so
cryptic.
outdated, like Donkey Kong.
And the game has
64,
to be outdated. This
where I don't
happened in
even
games that
understand
come
what
out
the fuck's
last
going
year.
on, and the game doesn't help you. Now I need help, or else I'm gonna have to look something up, right? It's either you help me and tell me what to do in this case, or I gotta look it up. Either way, there's no way I can advance without that, right? And that happens in some older game. Modern games, not so much.
This
Most
happens
modern
in games that come
you're gonna
out,
figure
like,
it out no matter
brand
what, as long
new
as you keep
games.
trying, even if sometimes it's like slamming your head against the wall.
What's
You're
up
gonna
with
figure
this
stuff out
slamming your
because
head
they
against
have
the
these
wall
elements in
shit?
place to help you because they don't want people to get stuck.
It's never that
infinitely on a part of
bad.
their game.
It ain't been that
They
bad
want
in
you to
years for
enjoy
this
them.
dude.
But back in the day, games didn't have any kind of hand holding. In fact, a lot of games purposely didn't have any hand holding because they wanted you to go buy the strategy guide.
Look how he
which they got
flipped
cut
this
of the
around on
profits
him.
So, you see what I mean? Like it was
Very
kinda
odd
different
flip
back
and
then.
turn he did
Yeah,
with
I
what
agree
Third
with
Eye.
you.
And he agrees. What is he even agreeing on?
Almighty Turban, resubscribed for 7 months and said, love you. Well, thank you, Turban.
What is this?
Cody Carlton,
I'm surprised that dude's
you do
back.
that with the Drake sword and Dick
Anonymous for
Clark
$1. No wonder he's a WWE fan, just like the company. It takes him 20 minutes to get to the point. I've been saying that a lot lately too. And he do the recaps every day, just like WWE.
just telling me what to do constantly. That's 100% was handheld, but that
Oh,
was
he is
meant to be
super
a legit
defensive
breakthrough.
about this.
The game was so fucking hard, and remember, that was
This
when
is
I-
a long-term fan he's allegedly talking to, but he's explaining how long-term fans feel.
years I said, well, if I'm gonna do it,
And then 20 minutes later, he still don't have an answer.
figure it out on my first try.
And then he agrees with people that literally disagree,
He went back 2 more times.
because of course he does.
Legitimate, okay?
Okay.
Dick Lightning, no. Dick Lightning was
Anonymous
I think
420.
that-
Susan hates you, and maybe she's jealous of you. But her platform doesn't notify. Yeah, you don't get notifications. Sorry.
Fucking insanely powerful the Dick Lightning was.
I guess
Powering up the faith bill.
everybody else in quotes
I
do.
mean, I 100%.
I don't know. Unsub, resub, and hit the bell if you don't get a notification.
That was just luck. That
Just
was
fucking
dumb
check my
luck.
channel whenever you want to watch a stream.
They don't want to believe that I can figure something out. They
It's not that bad. Anonymous for $1. According to DSP, editing your content means pandering to shorter attention spans. Exactly. Wait, but he watches WWE. Obviously the highest quality visually and like editing wise and shit. Wrestling you can get, professional wrestling you can get. He hasn't watched indies in fucking forever. Probably before YouTube was the last time DSP watched indies. And you know why. But he put out what he put out and he doesn't want to make it better. And if you like something that's shiny, you have a short attention span. Well, what the fuck is... Whatever. I guess it's different, right? He probably would agree and then talk for 20 minutes and somehow disagree. Oh, well. What the fuck was I even reading? Man. Wait, this is a lot? Whatever. I guess he done. He probably going on break, huh?
One more question.
Oh, no.
And then we're going to take a break here. Let's see if this question... Oh, okay.
Oh, it's trash,
this one I
huh?
can definitely answer within like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, it's
and then we'll
trash.
take a break, okay? So, Blue Eyes White Dragon asks the following. DSP, I'm a fan...
No, we're not.
Can't read. Let's try again. Hello, DSP. I am watching you play the Weekly Chill Street Fighter Throwback Old School stream right now. I was never into fighting games growing up, and I'm wondering if you could explain what the different titles mean for all these games. I know there's Street Fighter 2, but then there's Super
Oh
Street Fighter
boy,
2,
this is strict. This is like strictly a waste of time question. 1000% fella. This dude, someone sent a question in on the internet to ask a guy, what's the difference between the different versions of Street Fighter games? This dude sent this question in on the internet. And he waited days, if not days, I'll say hours at least, to get a response. What? He just wanted him to, either he just wanted him to talk or he was bored. This dude was high as fuck at like 3 a.m. It was like, yo, I wonder if DSP answered my question. I'm going to ask him the difference between these games. And he's going to like actually answer it. 5 to 10 minutes. He told us it would take him 5 to 10 minutes to answer this. Daggy Smurf for $1. Kind of telling that Phil's first reaction to having a hypothetical gifted child. Wait, gifted child? Was to monetize them. Jasper being Jasper better step his game up. Also feeling cat totally bump coochies all the time. I think if he find a dead animal, he would probably try to monetize it. I don't know if anybody remember this, but I like to make fun of it every once in a while. This is like a year and a half ago, maybe. He was talking about this rabbit that used to be in his backyard, and it had a baby rabbit. A baby bunny was coming around. And once he said he might take a picture of that baby bunny, it never fucking showed up again because he never talked about it again and he never took a picture of it. That bunny sensed he was going to get monetized, like at least become an Instagram picture. I don't know what happened. If he died, he actually had a better outcome than whatever DSP was going to try to do with him. Because you never know. But I like to imagine Bunny is like a grown-up now. And he avoided being doxxed by DSP. Fucking negative shithead DSP was trying to dox an innocent baby bunny. Horrifying. Just horrifying. That bunny had a family. But they got away. They got away safely. I don't think he ever took a picture of him. What the hell is it? Lost the Technicolor 420. I don't think we realize how important this dude thinks he is. He plays games in front of a security camera, basically, and acts like he's Steve Jobs or Bill Gates. He probably think he's more important than them. Just listen to him explain a game he didn't even make. Fuck nostalgia. He's trying to explain that he didn't make the game. I don't care what he can tell us. He don't know more than anybody else. He really don't. This dude could have just looked this shit up. Oh, sound engine. Quite good with the background music. It did. And added in, You don't have the weird elephants and the newer ones.
I think this was the one that added in
newer,
slightly altered
what, 1993?
Don't quote me on that because I can't 100% remember when they did that. But basically, the
informative.
Game,
oh wait.
Better music,
yeah, the graphics and
new
stuff. Yeah, I agree.
And it ran slightly slower
Chris for $1. I'm developing a brain condition. Listening to DSP is constant complaining. I think that's the positivity taking over. Oh shit! I gotta hear this.
The best of all worlds. Faster paced gameplay, high combo ability.
Is he gonna tell us that nobody can port it?
Where you could play as their current version or an older version that kind of played like a version of the character from the previous Street Fighter games.
What is the reason?
Super moves. For the very first time, you could charge up a super meter, which would then allow you to throw out a super powered special move. This became implemented in every fighting game, like moving forward. Seriously, like almost every franchise had super moves for moving forward as a base of this in Street Fighter. But it was the first real game to implement super moves in a competitive way. So Super Turbo is like the implementation of all those fighting game mechanics, the best that you could possibly get. Okay. Now, there were other franchises that came out in the Street Fighter series. There's a Street Fighter Alpha series. This was supposed to be a series that took place previous to the event of Street Fighter 2. So it has some of the characters from Street Fighter 2, like Ken, Ryu, and Chun-Li, but then it has other characters that are like variations, like Guile's friend Charlie, who kind of plays like Guile, is in it. So Street Fighter Alpha had 3 versions, Alpha 1, 2, and 3. There were some spin-offs, like for example, there was...
Holy shit. I just noticed this other stupid speaker was on this whole time. It was turned out a lot anyway. Anonymous for $1. Hey Tiff, one of my professors look exactly like DSP except healthier. Wait, happier and nicer. So Destiny? I don't know how much of those would actually work though. Despite being almost 10 years older. Okay, never mind. He must be from the timeline where he got the Wolverine toy. His mom didn't smoke probably. And she didn't make him the strips. DSP for $1. Well, I know fans gave me 1 billion items in Dragon's Dogma, making me OP. But that was like 1,000,000 years ago. Oh yeah, Dragon's Dogma. And like every Souls game playthrough except maybe one. At one point in time, he had people following him around, helping him in missions. Break time? Oh.
There were some spin-offs.
We're not supposed to talk about spin-offs. It's not the point of the question.
That was actually a series not made by Capcom, the makers of Street Fighter. Capcom licensed their fighters to be used in other games.
Was it Eureka?
This was one of the ones made by a company named Eureka. It was the first Street Fighter game to have 3D sprites because Street Fighter always wanted to stick to 2D, but then other franchises were moving into 3D. So to move into 3D, they licensed it out to this other company.
Anonymous for $1. How dare you slander DSP? He doesn't claim to play games blind. He just does zero exposure playthroughs. The new buzzword. Maybe that's why he did that in that tweet. It's a new thing he's trying to start. It's not blind. He just didn't look anything up before the game came out. And the day it came out, people tell him everything. Zero exposure playthrough.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for part 1 of Ask the King. When we come back, I'm going to continue on with the forum questions. We may even only have a part 2 this time because, being honest, I only have like 2, 3,
As the King is getting worse somehow. It was supposed to go away, and he brought it back.
And then we can basically just go to stream questions. So, if you're watching this live on Twitch, I'm going to take a break.
The resident sleeper king.
To go rest my voice for like 10, 15 minutes.
20 minutes.
Watching this on YouTube, this part's going to end. You can just come back for part 2. All right, guys? Thanks very much so far for a great Ask the King. I hope you're enjoying the show. When we come back, we'll answer a lot more of your questions. All right?
You know what?
See you in a bit.
I know what
Thanks.
I'm going to do.
Peace out.
We're going to have like... We're going to have like half background noise. But not necessarily. And just a shit ton of TTS. Because everything that happened is going to happen now pretty much. So what could I do? Oh shit, I know what I could pull up. The DSP Slam video is actually a new one. Well, new from, wow. That was sudden for me. Okay, fix your donation goal, buddy. Of course. Yeah, from a month ago. That's new for me. And it's an hour long, so it's the max, I guess the maximum controller smash video. Fucking thugs on the floor. They're always on the floor. Man, I got a really weird... Oh, God. Is that... It might be these headphones I'm using, though. I don't even know how to explain that shit. It's really weird.
Rings heavy.
This could be muted anyway.
Wow. Eat my fucking asshole. What the fuck?
You missed,
technically it worked, even though it's not the one I want. Necessarily, you don't have this hot yet, but I ain't got shit to talk about over there right now. It's Jake for 1738. What's up, dude? How's the stream's been? I expect a unique turban answer, of course. Now, this stream fucking sucks. Anonymous for $1. Can we just keep Doc muted? It's way more interesting watching him flail around, not knowing what he's saying. Maybe if you talk about wrestling.
Super didn't come out, man. Damn it. That's what I needed. The super right there did not come out.
DSP. Guys, I found a dead deer on the side of the road. And I want to get its head mounted on my wall. We're gonna need 2K for that to happen. If we hit 3K, I'll show it on stream. Big ups.
This is the first time
and working Hispanic viewer for 177. What's up, Tevin Carnal? Don't get mad. Oh, didn't get mad about the rat game. I can't fucking read this shit. Didn't he get mad? Jesus Christ. About the rat game not having a strategy guide when he was playing it. He got mad about.
Dude, I'm doing the anti-air. Nothing's happening. What the fuck, dude? I did it. I did the anti-air. Nothing happened.
Man, and then
it better not be that same fucking guy.
God damn it.
It fucking is. God damn it. That's it.
Like even playing Final Fantasy for the 20th fucking time, he uses a strategy guide. Well, I don't use a guide unless the game's arcade. Your favorite game ever's arcade? The 20th time you're playing it, you still need a guide?
Fucking do a fucking
faggot flip. A faggot flip? That's a quote.
Black by Tyrone for the dollar.
Do you not see me twitching and do the motion for the ultra? And you heard me press the button.
It's a mixed bag of feelings, but I will remain positive. I will eat my feelings.
No ultra, come on! You can dash forward and do the ultra. I'm baiting it and it doesn't
So
fucking
is
come
Cat
out.
blind, or has she never seen Phil with his shirt off? Big ups Anonymous for the dollar. When he leans back, spreads his arms, and bulges his eyes, he looks like he's about to die.
It's gonna be a wave of thank you for the dollar.
Big ups Anonymous for the dollar. He's been talking about me too before the game even came out. So much promo for that in MW2.
Thank you for the dollar.
Big ups Anonymous for the dollar. Old Phil McDonald had a farm E-I-E-I-O oink 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 fish cake pig nose fish cake cowboy hat face cow face pig face chicken money bag money bag money bag money bag house with garden tram car money bag tram car money bag water buffalo seat pile of poo.
They know the zoo gang is on, baby. I rap my gang every song, baby. And for the zoo I put on, baby. 17 we is strong, baby.
Renting News tipped $17.38. Yeah baby, reports are coming in of Washington's first case of the Bolonavirus, recently declared a global emergency by the WHO. Known symptoms are excess phlegm, throat irritation, compulsive begging and lying.
Big ups Anonymous for the dollar. This dude prejudges everything because he never experiences anything. Phil Burnell tipped $1.01. Dude, I'm open-minded. Oh, what's that? You have criticisms of me and how I conduct myself? Band, thanks for the money, dummy. These detractors suck doo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Back. Like Drake. Drew tipped $3.33. Alert, racism is incredibly bad.
Waifu, this drawer mash tipped $4.17. XP would be more popular if he wasn't putting on his fake rope persona.
Big ups Anonymous for the dollar. I can't tell if he is trying to flex or giving us the virtue signal.
A vape nation.
Dante tipped $4.40. Puff harder. Hey Tev, just wanted to say I hope you're having a good week. Thanks for making work today go by faster. Also, I gave you an extra 40 cents to cover those pesky PayPal fees.
Big ups Almighty DSP for the dollar. Explaining racism in modern America, DSP tries it.
Thank you for the dollar.
Big ups Webster's Dictionary for the dollar. Adjective of a phrase or idea lacking significance through having been overused, unoriginal, and things are hackneyed as hackneyed.
Thank you for the dollar.
Big ups Anonymous for the dollar. No wonder he's a WWE fan. Just like the company, it takes him 20 minutes to get to the point.
Why, I told you I could make it rain.
Anonymous tip $4.20. Big ups, Susan hates you dude, or maybe she's jealous of you. But her platform doesn't notify me when you don't live and I take offense to that. Rise up egg gang you.
Thank you for the dollar.
Big ups Dacky Smurf for the dollar, kinda telling that Phil's first reaction to having a hypothetical gifted child was to monetize them. Jasper better step his game. Phil and Cat totally bump coochies all the time. Kappa. Big ups Anonymous for the dollar, so according to DSP editing your content means pandering to shorter attention spans.
Why, I told you I could make it rain.
Lost in technical tip $4.20.
What could I have possibly done there?
I don't think we realize how important this dude thinks he is. He plays games in front of a security camera basically and acts like he is Steve Jobs or Bill Gates.
Oh my god.
Thank you for the dollar.
Big ups Butterfly for the dollar. I am developing a brain condition listening to DSP's constant complaining.
Excellent. Even though I wasn't even hitting it.
Big ups Anonymous for the dollar. Hey Tef, one of my professors looks exactly like DSP except healthier, happier and nicer, despite being almost 10 years older. He must be from the timeline where he got the Wolverine toy.
Thank you for the dollar.
Big ups DSP for the dollar. Well, I know fans gave me a billion items in Dragon's Dogma making me off, but that was AMILLIONYEARSAGODOOD.
Thank you for the dollar.
Big ups Anonymous for the dollar. Tevin, how dare you slander DSP? He doesn't claim to play games blind. He just does zero exposure playthroughs.
Where did he go?
They know the zoo gang is on, baby. I rap my gang every song, baby. And for the zoo I put on, baby. 17 we is strong.
It's Jake tipped $17.38. Yeah baby, yo W gingerly dude, how has the stream been? I expect a unique Turvan answer of course.
What the fuck?
Big ups Anonymous for the dollar. Can we just keep Dark muted?
What the fuck? Nah.
It's way more interesting watching him flail around not knowing what he's saying.
What I just played. Hurry the fuck up.
Big ups DSP for the dollar. Guys, I found a dead deer on the side of the road and I want to get its head mounted on my wall. I'm going to need 2K for that to happen. If we hit 3K, I'll show it on stream.
To kick you out of our game demo, I'm gonna fucking cook his fucking balls.
Working Hispanic viewer tipped $1.77. What's up, Tevin Carl? Didn't he get mad about the rap game not having a strategy guide when he was playing it with #I Mexico, pot of fruit, bet?
What the fuck just happened, dude?
The Irish Otaku tipped $1.01. Does Bill have autism? And that isn't me being mean, as I have mild Asperger's myself. I'm just genuinely curious because of how long he spends on these wheelchair questions. Seems non-neurotypical to me.
Oh my god, it didn't save at all. Now I gotta watch this shit again. I can't believe I have to do this again. I don't care. Ugh. I can't believe I wasted 2 hours of my life because this game fucking bugged. Now I'm immediately getting attacked. Look at this. I'm dead. Oh my god. Excellent. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oof. Oh my god, I got killed because that other asshole shot at this helicopter.
Wait a minute. How much of this is in here? Oh, not that much. I enjoy me some classic Battlefield footage.
Oh my god.
The coolest game. I can't even tell which one this is. Holy fuck, look how blurry everything is.
Oh my god.
Wait, this is it just Bad Company? I think this is Bad Company. I never really played that one.
I got killed because that other asshole shot at this helicopter and I happened to be running by him.
Can only assume he's still on break. Is anyone actually is anyone coming here actually invested in this guy in a positive way? Or does everyone just come here to laugh at this guy's stupidity and meme all day? Like, honestly, I wonder how much people truly care about this guy as in they like him as a person. Jesus, do you want to get married to him? I mean, this dude don't have any badges.
What the fuck?
And he followed since November 2019. So maybe this dude isn't here for the correct reasons. I don't want to call him out, dude. I don't want him to get trolled. Oh, Final Fantasy 13. Oh, it's this. Yeah, it's 13. Shit, this needs to be muted again. I hate artificial difficulty too. This game was full of bullshit, dude. Wait. Oh yeah. The guy.
Oh my god! There was nothing I could do to
I hate the boss fights in this fucking game.
Whoever thought that having the team leader die ends the fucking game. You're an asshole. If I ever meet you, I'm gonna kick you straight in your fucking balls before I shake your hand. I hate you. Fuck, man. The team leader die ends the fucking game. You're an asshole. If I ever meet you, I'm gonna kick you straight in your fucking balls before I shake your hand. I hate you. Fuck, man. Fuck, I'm gonna die.
I wish we had like Fortnite rants from DSP.
Dude, instant death. Just
feels bad.
Dude, it's horseshit.
He's complaining about everything, but not Fortnite.
Not
We only got the wit aim.
Yep, and we lose.
And him saying it's RNG.
Just like that.
I mean, it is RNG if you got bad aim and you hold the button down all the time.
Healer. Oh my god, yo. They didn't heal the main fucking character. Right. Did you see that shit?
I did see that shit.
He was only attacking Fang, and my two computer-controlled people didn't heal the main character. They only healed themselves. What a bunch of cocksuckers. We had them down to almost no health, too. Bullshit.
Let's see this again.
What a bunch of cocksuckers. We had them down to almost...
See, we can't get this with the modern era DSP. We also don't get controller slams with the modern era DSP. Maybe that dude wasn't bullshitting when he sent the question there like, Phil, you used to be way cooler, man, back when you didn't have the chat handhold you through everything.
No health, too. Bullshit. What? You can throw him straight down, too?
Was this one of the ones that just
throw him any direction he fucking wants. Yo, he's mad hard.
Mad hard.
I'm dead. Yo, this is not the Robot Master I was supposed to fight here. No way. He's so hard.
You do it.
What? I didn't do... Fucking bullshit.
Wait, what?
You do it.
What? I didn't do...
Bruh.
Fucking bullshit.
It's just slams for everything.
Oh,
oh, this is nice.
Yeah, I'm pressing buttons, whatever you say. Okay, I really can't do anything after that.
This dude was cheating.
I'm fucking pressing buttons, goddammit. You fucking online lag, I can't do anything. Nothing I can do.
Nothing I can do.
I'm doing a tech
buttons.
throw.
I did nothing.
Look at all these earned hits he's getting. All these earned pattern online hits that I can't do anything about. Look. Oh, okay. Of course I couldn't.
What the hell is wrong
that
with the skin player?
Of course I'm not teching the fucking throw, man. Of course I'm not. Fuck
I
you,
hope you watch
fuck
the
you,
videos.
fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, up your fucking cunt. Because you don't have a dick, you have a cunt. Unfucking real, man. These horrible players. I can't do anything about it. Can't tech throws. Can't block cross-ups. Can't block combos. Can't do anything. Just break your fucking Xbox. Smash it with a fucking hammer. You don't deserve it.
Oh
Who knows what that match would have been like offline, but I'm just frustrated that online sucks so fucking hard. It still sucks so fucking hard, man. Capcom, fix this shit. You're gonna patch it and put in tournament mode, right? Is it gonna be any better? I fucking doubt it. It's gonna probably suck worse. I did 360, man. I fucking did it, man. Whatever. Terrible people beating me because shit doesn't work online, man. 360. I did EX 360 too. That was the other kicker. I wanted to kill her, so I did EX 360. Nothing happens. I did a fucking flame kick. I can't get anything to come out. Anything. No, solid 10 seconds there to not one move I wanted came out. I did a move! I didn't fucking stand completely still, man. Dude, this game fucking pissing me off, dude. Work. Okay? Sure you jump. Of course you jump perfectly and then get a throw. And now I can't throw. Instead, I get hit by your fucking bullshit jabs that you didn't fucking earn. Just do the basic shit that no one can do anything about online when it lags. Go ahead. And we get the same fucking laggy stage. Excellent. Look at that, he mashes reversal dragon punch. You fucking scrub. You suck my fucking cock. Play me offline, you cocksucker. I can't do anything.
Wait a minute.
I'm blocking. Suck my fucking cock. Play me offline, you cocksucker.
Suck my fucking cock. And then play online? It's like an LTG video. This sexual harassment. What the fuck?
I'm blocking high. I'm blocking fucking high and she hits you with an overhead.
Suck my fucking
Holy
cock.
fuck.
Play me offline.
Fuck online play. Fuck online play. It sucks. Fuck you, Capcom. I got robbed again. Ultra! Oh my god, dude! I did the fucking Ultra!
I know this is supposed to be.
Lost in Technicolor tip $2. Stop making fun of him, everyone. He was just a kid back then. Just a 28-year-old kid.
I agree.
He didn't know any
damn
better,
it.
and he was just having fun.
I was actually enjoying the
I
video.
got a few shout outs to do. First of all, shout out
I was about to
say,
I know how it's a controller smash video, but I like all of these little rants just in for every little death and every time we get hit before the controller slam. Good God, flipping the fucking camera off. Fuck you, Capcom. Just going hog wild. Oh well. Think of it, $2. Lost in Technicolor. Guess these are deleted again.
We're gonna start up again, part 2.
I wanted to check his forums.
A few Twitter questions, and
got distracted by the video.
You guys, to probably end the show. It's probably gonna be another hour to hour and a half tops, and that'll be the second half of Ask the King for this time around.
Okay, Pig Go can find some of the stuff, but it's a lot of shit that's spelled wrong because of the subtitles. Like when he gives shoutouts to Bits, and it's bitch here and not bit cheer.
But then tomorrow we go back to
or like Pawn Shop.
Gameplay streams. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Nice snort. Fuck, I hate Origin. Whatever. I guess this kind of short stream. Rip. Mail, motherfucker.
I'm making big money. Blah blah
I actually
blah
forgot I had
blah
that blah blah blah
blah
blah
blah blah blah blah blah blah blah blah blah blah blah. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back to Ask the King.
We're talking about practice.
This is part 2.
I mean, how silly is that? And we're talking about practice. We're talking about practice, man. We're talking about practice, man. We're talking about
This is going to cover the
practice.
rest of the
Practice?
questions, a few Twitter questions, and then at the end we're going to open it up to stream chatters to ask some questions. All right. Thank you so far to everyone who's contributed during this stream. It is very much appreciated. Everyone who did, thank you. 2 thumbs up to everyone. All right, let's continue, shall we? Okay, so the next 2 questions, 2 completely unrelated questions, are from Super Blind Man. What's up?
Oh
Super
man.
Questions for the show.
Super Blind Man.
Let's do this shit. They actually give you some more time to check up on the chat and do a couple shout outs or what have you. I want to ask you, therefore, how do you feel about Sony's claim that the PS5 will effectively eliminate loading screens, even those that you'll get when launching a game, with their high-speed SSD or solid-state drive? Assuming for a second that they do achieve this lofty goal, how do you feel about it? First of all, I don't feel they're going to achieve the lofty goal.
Time to be negative. Fuck you, Sony, you fucking liars.
Game developers are not
Oh
there
shit,
yet.
what
Game developers have not made
what
it so that
console
games
I had
can
on?
be implemented
None?
on any kind of hardware.
Oh,
much
none.
like everything that they claim that they put into these modern consoles that are going to be implemented.
Thought the
and they never
Sega Saturn
do.
would have been turned on or
I
something.
think we may see a lot of reduction in load times, which would be absolutely outstanding.
Oh God.
I'll believe it when I see it. Instant
Holy
loading
shit,
speeds
DSP don't even know what
hasn't
a
happened
solid
yet.
state drive actually
It
like.
happen right now on PC with high-end components. So let's see what happens here. Okay, but let's take the
Yeah, you're never gonna get rid of it.
Let's say it does have an immediate loading,
What?
all right?
Cool. But what is immediate loading though?
When I say, oh,
I noticed I fucked up my layout.
I have something else to do.
Like I had it and then I reset the wrong thing. So that's good. Good fucking job,
I have
asshole.
stuff to do now because I'm an interactive.
I got so
streamer. When
confused and
YouTuber, It
derailed.
was a lot worse because what do I do to fill the dead air when I'm staring at the fucking
DSP doesn't fill the dead air now. This is a horrible meme.
You know, I don't want to see this blueprint schematic for
That's
the
what I needed to
78th
reset.
time today.
This is a horrible meme.
And, you know, what do I talk about? I don't have that much to talk about constantly to fill dead air. So in
Obviously,
reality,
his leaderboard needs to be.
it was a
updated
lot
to
more
a
challenging
super
back in
important.
the day. Now you're right, because I'm an interactive streamer. Filling those times isn't nearly as challenging or daunting as say it used to be.
No, it still is.
But at the
Definitely
same
still
time,
is.
you know, not having those times, just having constant content, constant gameplay. Obviously,
What the
people are
fuck
gonna
is
say, that's great, that's a
constant
lot, not
content?
wasted time, right? So obviously, I welcome it.
Actually
I'm
playing
very
the game
skeptical
is
that it'll ever
constant content.
Okay. Now on to a second question. He says, this is my more serious question. All right, Super Blind Man's
boy.
getting serious now. You said you don't like much, or you don't much like the story of Final Fantasy VII. Given the epicness of Final Fantasy VI's story, this is understandable. However, considering the fact that Square intends to devote a lot of resources, storage space, and quite honestly entire parts of these games to more and better world and character development to flesh out the universe, do you feel
Mr. Boom Basketball $1.87. Have you ever thought about making remixes for DSP? Oh God.
And if it turns out
I can't think of a better way to expose your music than dozens of racists. It's just going to be Vince and
in reality, that's what I'm hoping for. That's actually what I'm hoping for. Because
he would probably be confused if I sent him my chopped and screw version of what is it, Heavy Rain with the slots and shit in it.
That maybe the game would have been better. In particular, they focus in a lot on the early game characters like Cloud, Tifa, Aerith.
Oh, we're just talking about this game.
Depending on where you play the game. Barrett.
Aerith.
Then later on, they kind of get abandoned. Like Barrett, I feel like it's abandoned halfway through the game. It really doesn't have much character development at all at the end. Like he's just kind of a party member you use, but you don't really get much else out of him in the second half of the game. But yeah, it seems like they focused in on the main core characters who start off in the game. And then you get characters like Kate Sith who come in and you find out nothing about them until like the end of the game, and it's like a tiny little bit of info. And it's like, this is kind of lame. You know, these are just characters who were just here to be part of the party, and they really didn't care about character development. I'm compared to Final Fantasy VI, you would already know has no backstory. Most of the characters, including secret characters, have like Shadow, have backstory to investigate the power of. They didn't bother doing that with Final Fantasy VII. Like, fuck. I didn't like that about the game. In fact, I have to say, Final Fantasy VII is probably one of the worst in RPG history for me. Like, a very ambiguous ending.
2010 Phil, 2008 Phil. Yeah, a lot of my humor was very silly, and for younger audiences, I have changed a ton.
So for me,
2010 Phil.
Views. Views.
I don't want to be Mr. Views.
Views.
He would be very confused if he got this sent to him.
I don't want to be Mr. Views.
I think so, at least.
I don't want to be Mr. Views.
Later on in the game, praise, extra added content, new locations, new boss fights, new stuff. Thrilling. I would be over the moon. I love RPGs. You guys know that. I would be go nuts. You know, I can't wait to. I literally at this point can't wait to get my hands on the remake because I want to see what they did with this game. Because this is a game that
I don't get this because he hates Final Fantasy VII. Why does he? Why is he excited for a remake of the thing he hates?
Fizzles out. Then you get to the open world. It's good again, and then it kind of fizzles out. And then for me, like I really liked the
hype train
gameplay aspect,
that's why
the combat, but I did not like the story of the game. So can they fix it? Can they improve upon it with what they're going to do with this game?
It's always about the hype train.
Let's find out. All right, that's kind of my opinion, or not my opinion, my mindset going into it. Let's see what they did. Let's find out. Let's have an open mind and let's check it out. I don't want to go into it with a preconceived bias. Oh, this game was overrated and it sucks. You know, I don't want to say that. I want to say, you know what? It's a different game approach.
His preconceived bias is going to be that it's good.
With the same mindset I did with the Resident Evil 2 remake. And you know what? The Resident Evil 2 remake, for me, is the best remake I've ever played. Taking that original formula and really turning it into a modernized game with more improved gameplay, tons of new stuff tossed in. You know, if they did a good job, and that's Capcom, who I'm very critical of, I think Square Enix could probably do a really good job with this, so let's see what they did. Okay? That's how I'm approaching it. Okay. No, I did not buy a PS4 controller attachment, Ragnarok Rose. I've seen it. I don't know what the hell it does, though. Okay. Let's continue. The next question is from Golden Nobles. It says, what is the best advice you could give to someone who's about to go out and live on their own? And I'm enjoying your playthroughs on YouTube, so keep them.
I'm too pretty to die.
Pal. All right.
I've
talked about this in the past. I'll very briefly gloss over it again.
Actual adult
when I first started
advice
living
right
by
now?
myself instead of living, say, with my parents or whatever.
Okay.
There's a few things that I had to get
Thank
used
you,
to that
Golden
were very
Nobles.
different. The first thing is you're now independent. You're on your own. You have no one to lean on or to rely on if you screw up. The first thing you need to do is wake up. No one's going to say you're late for school, you're late for work, you're late for this. You're going to be in trouble if you can't wake up on time. The first thing I did was buy a really powerful alarm clock. The alarm clock that I use now actually is a dual alarm clock. It has 2 alarms on it.
I think
so
Golden
I set it up
Nobles
for the
needs to
time I
start a
actually
Twitch
want to get
account.
up.
That's his adult
and then I
advice.
set it for 15 minutes after, just in case I sleep through
Start a
the first
Twitch
alarm and
account
having to turn it off, but I fall back to sleep, which happens sometimes. The alarm clock I have has escalating
Make friends
volume,
that are talented,
so it starts at a very low
and make them
volume,
do free shit for you.
then medium, then loud.
Not too
so loud
talented.
you can hear it across
You don't
the
want
house.
them to take all the
So that
attention.
way, if I actually sleep through it, I go, oh god, it escalates to the point where I'm gonna wake up no matter what. Okay. So, 100%. Have to say that's super important. If you can't get up, you obviously can't.
Yo, she could
progress
do
with
like
your
a
day.
fake
Super
watermark.
important.
I remember
other
the
thing
Fred
is that I
Fox
really started
watermark used to
doing.
always be over the
I started
microphone.
making schedules and making lists. That's something that I kind of never did in my youth. I would just keep everything in my head. Oh, here's what I got to do today or whatever. Start writing everything down, and or of course now everyone has a smartphone, so put that shit in your phone because you need to be on time for stuff.
I actually
you
have
need
a
to
text
know what's
file
coming
always
up
on my
what you have
computer
to
now.
do. Again, there's not going to be anyone
I used
nagging
to
at
put
you
stuff
to
in
do
my
it.
phone. Not
So
in the
I
way
got to
he
pay my
means.
bills.
Did not
Schedule
work
out
out
all
as
your
good as I
bills
wanted
for when
to.
you actually have to pay them, so that you don't have your rent overdue or you didn't pay your credit card, right? Appointments need to be here on time. Need to be here. When you have a work schedule, put it into a schedule either on your phone or wherever to remind you where you need to be, so you know what the hell's going on.
If you have
for the
a
week.
work schedule,
Don't
put
just
it on
leave
your
to,
phone.
I have a paper schedule hidden in a
You that
drawer,
busy?
and I think I remember what
Holy
it said,
shit.
and the next thing you know,
fucking
you're
drug
late for everything. You
kingpins over
forget
there.
half the shit you're supposed to be doing, right?
I'm so busy, I don't even
Essentially,
know when I
you're
go to
living on
work.
your own, there's a lot of
God
added
damn.
responsibility. A lot of added responsibility.
How many cats
that
this
you now
dude
have to
got?
custom or be accountable for. That's what I meant to say.
No, nothing I could do. I did nothing wrong.
right?
Being accountable.
Even as
Oh, make
easy
sure the
as it
butter
is to say, I'm
rice.
just going to get fast food.
That's
Don't
it.
do it all the time.
Make
You
sure the
gotta
butter
get
rice.
stuff that you can make that's quick, easy meals that you can make for yourself. That's not a lot of cleanup and not a lot of work, but are much healthier than just eating fast food all the time. I've been there.
This
I ate
wasn't
fast
in the
food all time.
manual.
It's the most unhealthy thing you can do. It destroys your body. Don't do it. Geez, there's just so much, There's
Rocket Man.
Since you're now on your own, be sure that you know what you're doing and you know about your neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, you could think somewhere is safe and it's not. Don't put yourself into situations when you're living alone where you could be followed home, or you know what I mean, you could get held up. You got to basically try to, you know what I mean? And
Is he
I've lived in
really
places
telling
where
this
it's been
dude
like
this,
that,
though?
where, man, if I'm not
Does he
careful,
really
some
have
asshole
to
could try
tell him this?
follow me
Do you
home,
really have to
break
tell
into my
someone
place
to
and
not
rob
get
my shit.
robbed?
You gotta be very careful and very diligent about that stuff.
This is
okay?
actual advice.
Especially if you're,
Don't
again,
get
you're by yourself,
robbed.
you don't have roommates or nothing. You're going home by yourself. That's big potential for problems.
Okay. Obviously.
Gee, I mean, I could sit here all day and give
What
you
is he
tips,
not a
you know,
big
and if
guy
you have
like
specific
DSP
questions
is? He's
and you
gonna
don't wanna
just get
direct them my
robbed
way
by
on
everybody?
stream, go right ahead. Go and direct them my way, and I'll let you know.
Guard your purse better,
and go,
Golden
and go for it,
Nobles.
okay? All right? All right. Let's continue on. The next question is from Hans Sala. And Hans Sala says the following. I am noticing many people in my university call students with high GPA intelligent students.
Come
and
on,
students
bro.
with low GPA stupid students. I definitely don't agree with these shallow judgments.
What is
I'd like
this
to hear
question?
Your thoughts about these arguments and what makes a person intelligent.
Why did
in
he
your
print
opinion.
this out?
Well, Hans Sala, there's different kinds of intelligence. There's book smarts. There's street smarts.
Oh my God, he
And
says
there's
it,
common
the
sense.
meme.
Okay? That's what I feel. There's three core kinds of intelligence that humans can have. Book smarts
Common
is the ability
sense is
to literally
intelligence. You
memorize.
get a 2-for-1. Big ups.
Okay? Sit there and read a book and memorize. Memorize an equation. Memorize
This wasn't in the
list
manual.
of stuff. Memorize spelling of words. Memorize times and dates. You know what I mean? So you're in a history class, and I memorized everything, and I took the test, and I got every date and person right. You know what I mean? That's straight up book smart. You actually don't have to have any practical application of anything that you memorized, but that's book smarts, okay? Then there's street smarts.
All right, who's
street
lighting
smarts
the
are things that you learn in your life through application. Meaning, you may not know, like I just said, what's the best time to go through a certain neighborhood, because maybe at night that neighborhood gets bad.
A certain neighborhood, criminals were walking around with dudes of YouTube channels walking
Not
around.
to go through there and get robbed at night, right?
That's probably
street
it.
smarts. Or, oh my God, what do I do if I lose my wallet? Well, what's the next step, right? What do I do if my tire blows up on the road? How do I get my car properly to the side of the road? How do I change a tire? Or how do I find a way to call someone who can change a tire or bring me a tire or tow my car? That's kind of street smarts. That's stuff you learn in application of your life. You're not just going to sit there and memorize a list of information.
Do you want to play the fucking game?
Doing and living it, right? Then
make sure to not go outside when gang members might be around.
Sadly, common sense, I find
that's not part of the common sense. That's street smarts.
Era. It's like if something wasn't written down as a rule somewhere here, and if I never experienced it in life, how am I supposed to know that this was how it is?
I wonder what his reality of common sense is.
Some people just don't have it. They're just idiots. Okay.
All of the shit he don't pay, all of the things he don't do, none of that was part of common sense.
That's kind of the thing
obviously.
that makes up a truly intelligent person.
Yes.
I would say 9 times out of 10 when you're talking university or school, you're talking book smarts. You're talking someone had the ability to sit down and memorize and reproduce that memorization of that information in a test form or an essay form, wherever the hell it was supposed to be. There's really not practical life application because you could literally memorize every textbook from a university and then go to a job and not know what the fuck you're doing.
Also,
right?
Don't games literally tell him what to do and he don't remember a lot of times?
And what I find
part of the sense
is that a lot of stuff that they do teach you in university doesn't apply to the real world.
Why are we even
I learned a ton of stuff in college that I never have used in my life because it was all superfluous knowledge that has nothing to do with anything I ever did for a job or anything in the future. So why the hell did I waste all my time learning it? So you can have the highest GPA in the school and be a complete idiot because you go to actually do something in real life, you don't know how the fuck to do it, and now you're a failure, right? It's just true.
Oh, isn't that what happened to him?
On the flip side, you could have someone who has a terrible GPA, but can go out and immediately jump into 10 different jobs because they're very adaptable. They learn things on the fly quickly when they actually jump into it. They have common sense and street smart so they can actually, you know, just figure shit out versus someone, well, it wasn't in the book. It wasn't in the textbook, so how am I supposed to do it? Right?
No one told me how to do this. I didn't see this in the manual. No one in the chat told me what to do. I didn't know to do this. I didn't know what to do.
Apply those things in the real world, but also adapt and have the ability to learn things on the fly and have that street smarts mentality. But then you also need to have common sense to know doing certain risky things or doing stupid things isn't very smart. You know what I mean? It's a combination of all three.
I look at it
and schools don't do a good job of teaching that at all. At all. Why is it that when you go to university, you don't learn the first thing about paying rent, mortgage, credit cards, nothing. None of the things you need to do immediately when you become independent and get a real job and everything, do they teach you in university. They give you the tools to learn the basics of a job, but they don't tell you anything about real life. Why the fuck is that? Why do we have
DSP to tell us what a real job and what real life is. We're using the word real to talk about these. What is a fake
Native American Studies course? And all this course was a guy who had Native American heritage in him, sitting there every day, babbling. He didn't teach us a damn thing, and every test was just taken out of a book that we had to memorize. I came out of that course learning absolutely nothing about Native Americans. It was a complete waste of my fucking time.
I thought he was part
Instead
Native
of that,
American.
why the fuck didn't I just have a course about finances so I knew how to pay my bills when I got out of college? But they don't do that because they don't care about practicality. They care about making money. You know what I mean? So give you a bunch of
Native American classes make money now,
and everyone has a giant GPA and gets out of college doesn't know jack shit about life.
What?
So,
I need him to explain that last sentence. I got lost on that.
If you don't have a high GPA, you're a dummy. Fuck off. Guess what? The people with high GPAs,
why does he brag about his GPA?
Because this was my situation. When I was in university, I had to work full time in order to pay for university.
College was different.
I had
of course
loans
it was.
that I had
That's
out
why
that
it
I had
doesn't
to pay
matter. Because it wasn't good, huh?
So me working meant that I couldn't
Yeah,
do a lot of the extra
that's
stuff that
it.
people
That's
with high
literally
GPA were
it.
doing to get that GPA. So
That's literally
should I
it.
consider myself
Classic.
stupid because I had like a middle of the road GPA
Fucking
in
classic.
university because I had to actually work and have real life experience and practical application of life skills? No. In fact, it's the complete opposite. More than likely, I was able to adapt and do more things in life than those idiots were when they came out of college and didn't know shit about anything. But that's how they judge you in college. A lot of people, especially depending on
He
where,
literally
what
brags about his high school
university
GPA,
you're at,
but the college
GPA
GPA doesn't matter because his wasn't high.
So that's my take.
Of course, that's his fucking take on it. It's extremely
Richie7
convenient.
asked the following. He says, early in your career, you shared your entire life with your audience. What were some of the reasons that you decided to be so open when you actually started? How does it compare with living a more private life now? If you didn't have the detractor problem, where anything you share could be used against you, do you think you would have continued to
Isn't
share
that a
as much as you
general
did?
reality problem that anything that you share can be used
when
against
I
you?
first started on YouTube, it was
That's a reality problem.
Being very honest with all
It's not
of
a
it. I didn't take it seriously. I
detractor
didn't think it was
problem.
ever going to turn out to be anything in any long term. I never thought it would be my job.
But, oh
I never
well.
thought I would make any money doing it. I thought it was just me fucking around and having fun, and that was it. That was the extent of it. That's all. I didn't care about it. Which is why back then I said some of the things I said, and I did some of the things I did that were considered now over the top. What the hell was he thinking, right? I never thought anything would happen.
That was not $1. The rage is so salty, it's causing me to have high blood pressure and then a stroke. Jesus Christ.
See what I'm doing
he needs to actually,
he
needs
basically
actually
after, I think it was about a year of doing the gameplay stuff, people kept saying, I want to see your face, I want to see what you look like. You know, I'd never shown my face. It was
maybe
always
bring it up.
playing games.
He needs an hour to answer
this question. In 2010,
question.
I believe it was, I did the big reveal video where I first showed up for the first time, and I talked to everyone about my mentality about everything. And it was actually in that reveal video at that time that I think I said I was going to start doing vlogging. Oh, I'm going to start doing, you know, like DSP tries it videos and stuff like that for diversification. I wanted to see if people were more interested in the personal side of stuff than me just playing games. And at that point, people were, whoa, I want to see, you're so funny when you play games. We want to see you apply that to real life, too. We want to see you trying products and eating food. We want to see you going around and filming whenever you go to an event and stuff like that. And that's kind of how that started. And then the thing was, back then being, you know, single and having a house that was just, it wasn't a house, it was just a very small condo, very small little unit. Essentially just watching me play games and or vlogging, you saw the entirety of my condo, right? It was so small. So I was like, why not turn the condo into the filming studio? Everything that I have can be applied to a video. Everything that I do could be applied to a video. And it's basically kind of a way to get views for different kinds of content. And it was weird because no matter what I tried, people watched and liked. It was crazy. I never thought making a stupid video of me making eggs on bagels or whatever I did that anyone would give a shit. And it took all, like, people loved it. They were like, this is great. You got to keep it with the series of doing that and doing this. And then, of course, when I started monetizing the stuff and making big money doing it, I was like, this is insane, right? But that was kind of my mentality back then. I was like, it doesn't really matter what private life I have. It doesn't matter if I make everything public. People seem to like everything I show them. And this is a great way to diversify and not only be doing gameplay. The other thing is back then, I really didn't have like a private life that anyone used against me. It was all positive. Like everyone took everything as a positive. Oh my God, Phil's making a DSP tries it video today, and even though we're laughing at him because he's so poorly made the food, it's hilarious and we laugh, ha ha ha. It wasn't like, oh, let's micro-analyze everything in Phil's kitchen because he's a streamer and he asks for donations on the stream, and therefore let's see what he's using the donations for in his kitchen. Oh my God, did you see that panini press? That looks like that's like a $40 panini press.
He didn't even get donations on his stream back then. He's literally mad at an SOK video.
That's $10 he misappropriated.
He's still mad at this SOK video.
You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like that back then. Back then it was like everything was positive. Everything was a really cool attitude of, wow, this YouTube thing is a new interactive fun thing where people can share their life experiences in a funny way. And it was just a very positive vibe. Overwhelming from the internet was just good, positive stuff. And then over the years, essentially what happened was when people kind of turned their opinion on me with things like that, this is how you don't play movie. We already talked about this on Ask the King, but there was a time period when Phil's long-form gameplay videos are no longer good because we've now been conditioned in our heads to believe that only videos that are good on YouTube are highly edited with all the downtime cut out. And if you're not someone who came into YouTube with know-how of video editing and experience and money to make these highly edited, polished videos, your content sucks. So Phil sucks now because he still makes the old style content. So let's spin the positivity into negative. Let's constantly say he sucks at games. Let's constantly say he's a terrible human for making fun of game devs. Oh, by the way, look at all the shit that he's revealed of his personal life over the years. Let's make fun of him for that. And every little thing he does, let's make fun of. Now, the thing is, at the same time all that negativity was coming up, I had already had a long-standing series like DSP Tries It or vlogging when I went out and stuff. So I continued to do those and tried to ignore the negativity, but it just grew exponentially over the years. So this whole thing of, wow, anything I put out is positive and everyone likes it, became, wow, everything I put out, everyone just shits on constantly. You know, it was a complete almost 180 of attitude from the common viewers on YouTube. Not to say I didn't have my hardcore fan base. I absolutely did. People who've been supportive to me over the years and basically saw through the nonsense that people were saying and doing in regards to me. But you see what I mean? It was still so negative with that disgusting toxic cloud that started to form. Okay. So, continuing on with your question here. The reasons I decided to be so open was because I felt there's nothing to hide. You know, I never thought in a million years that people would use anything from a video, like a vlog in my place, use it against me as a negative. At that point, when I started doing that stuff, no one was doing negative stuff towards me at all. It was quite the opposite. It was overwhelmingly
DSP leader, by the way,
feedback from the
since
internet.
like 2009.
Do more, share more, we love it.
Yes,
okay?
no one was negative except all of the people that were. How does that compare with having a more private life?
Exist. Well, being very honest with you guys, what happened was when the negative stuff started happening, I ended up becoming kind of almost like what's the paranoid? What is it today that someone's going to say about something I did in a video yesterday that's going to come back to bite me, right? What is it going to be the next thing that someone spins as a negative, toxic, stupid piece of shit story to get clickbait views on YouTube? And that's really what it became, was what ludicrous thing comes up today. And now that I have a private life and I don't show you my house and I don't tell you about a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that my wife and I do, and, you know, we just have our own life off of the internet, we don't have to worry about that shit when I'm off stream. It's like when I'm off stream, I'm disconnected. That's it. Now it's time for private life, and it's much better than, oh, immediately everything else I do has to be connected to the internet. And that's why I told you guys, I'll say it again, that's why DSP Tries It is not ever going to resume. Because the most frustrating days were when I had to come to stream for 4 or 5 hours, off stream, but now I got to rush out, buy food, film, edit, upload, stream again. Like the whole day was fucking work. Where was my life? I had no real life there because it was all share everything constantly. Everything was 100% for YouTube. I can't live like that anymore. You know what I mean? That was crazy how much I was dedicating and how much I was putting into it. Just for it to come bite me in the ass later on anyway with the shit that people would say and do. So really that's the difference, is I don't have that constant paranoia feeling anymore. And quite frankly, the ludicrousness of what people say about me these days is so ludicrous that I don't care about it anymore. You know what I mean? When people are going to every day fabricate something stupid, it just becomes white noise. It's kind of like The Boy Who Cried Wolf, right? The first 5 times someone says something shocking, you might believe it, but then the next 27 times, it's like, who cares? And that's how it's become for me. Like, I don't care. Maybe the first few times people started saying ridiculous shit that was nuts, I cared. The most ludicrous one was that
The Boy Who Cried Wolf was a story about literally one person.
Insane.
Is he going to pretend this is about one person? Can he make it about one person?
Insane,
of course not.
I just don't care
it's
anymore.
everyone.
After that,
and I knew he would bring that squad up. I was about to say I knew he would bring it up.
The shark when you just believed the stupidest shit on the planet.
And he bring it up.
To the fact now where I just don't care what anyone says about me
Didn't
anymore,
he care about the WWE thing that just
same.
happened?
You already jumped the shark.
And
I've
the
had enough of
foreclosure
beating the
thing
dead
that
horse,
just
but
happened?
there's so many dumb fuck people out there. They still want that drama. Even if they don't care if it's true, they just want to eat up the new drama, and that's why they watch the clickbait videos and the stupid shit on YouTube, because they're that dumb. But for me, it's like I don't care anymore. But the less ammo I give to these people, the better. See what I mean? The less I give them to work with, the better. Let them grasp at straws.
Also, like,
Let them
film,
edit
for 12-minute long burger eating
God forbid
videos
I actually make a video
that had an
through my
intro
hallway
and
and
an
they see
outro
something.
on it.
Oh my God!
That's
now I actually have something
edit.
tied to a real fact that I can spin out of control and make look like drama. I'm not pulling up with that shit anymore. All right, so that's why. That's the difference now between now and then. Back then, it was,
Mr. Papavera says, "I love the people talking shit. Probably never stream their own content. That makes it means so much to stream your own content, or created a regular YouTube series. Well, I did.
Do you think I would have continued to share as
much
as I did if I didn't have the detractor
being this
problem?
guy for?
Honestly, yeah. Like, really, I had
it's
fun
so valuable to
doing
stream your own content. And admittedly, you go play Fortnite for 2 hours.
That's
streaming your own content right there.
In reality, you know, a lot of the reasons that now I've become a more kind of secluded guy with a private life is directly because of the actions of the assholes. If they hadn't done the shit that they did to me over the years, then guess what? I probably would have shared more. You know, the reason that those people found my address immediately when I moved across the country was because I, out of the kindness of my own content creation, said, I'm going to share with you the journey. I'm going to go to, you know, the Seattle area. I'm going to film houses with walkthroughs, and I'm going to put it on the internet to show you the potential houses I'm looking to move into and stuff. And because of that, people figured out the area I was looking at for homes, and they got my address immediately. You know, that came back to bite me because I was being so nice and so open and so transparent with you guys that came back to haunt me forever. You know what I mean? And so I mean, if people didn't do that fucked up shit, then probably I would have continued to share more about my life and everything, and you would probably know a lot more. And by the way, if people didn't do the fucked up shit, Kat would probably want to come to stream and spend time with all of us on stream and do stuff.
Lord.
It's 100% because of the actions of the fucked up, toxic, greedy people on the internet. That stuff no longer will be shared anymore. That's why. Because if they didn't do the shit they did,
others' greed stopped his wife from showing up on his streams.
I'd actually be able to share more. But
that makes no sense at all.
I can't share anything with you except things that I absolutely know are essential because you never.
I can't even think of a way to spin that to make it make
next,
sense.
Right?
Greedy.
So that's how it is.
Everyone else is greedy except him.
Okay. Continuing on, this is the last.
Like I told you, nobody else can make money except BSP.
He says with all the major streamers jumping to Mixer. Also smaller.
Yeah, all the other streamers joining.
When I asked these streamers about the move, they claim the account being tied to Microsoft definitely adds a decline in fake accounts and trolls on their service. In addition, some say that the leveling system that each user has is an indication of how loyal of a viewer that they may be.
Twitch can do all of this, though. Make people verify their emails, and Twitch, you can have 17,000 point systems.
Over on Mixer. You can set the chat based
Why
on
is this
level,
dude promoting
so
Mixer in his message? Thought this is a Q&A.
Etc. I also know that you sometimes don't trust the voting systems on different things when I do polls. Well, Mixer actually has a good system in place with so many tools. You can keep most detractors away.
This is like a dude this dude is on payroll for the website.
I didn't. I don't use Mixer, so I don't know anything about that. Now, here's my question. What's your opinion on Mixer? Would you ever consider jumping ship?
Holy shit. BSP can't jump ship. He doesn't have a ship.
I can tell you right now, the trolling would not be the reason I would move to Mixer. No. Because I got my shit under control. I do. I don't even think we actively have a mod here on the stream today, and the stream chat's fine. You know what I mean? Like, we've got things in place. It's not that big of a deal. In my opinion, things have gotten to a level that are common enough. It's not a big deal. And I actually feel that the tools put in place for moderation on Twitch are more than sufficient for my needs, okay? And it wouldn't be trolling, would not be the reason why I would move the Mixer. Now, if I somehow had some kind of a major disagreement with Twitch on something with the business where I felt that I could not continue to share my content with you in a way that I wanted to on a regular basis, then I would consider leaving. For example, that's exactly what happened years ago. I was streaming on Twitch from 2013 to late.
So it went away.
Was it late 2014 or late 2015?
Yeah, it went away.
I always forget. But basically, at that point, I was streaming an Assassin's Creed game at a bitrate.
This isn't even the same thing. What he was mad about was when people pretended to get swatted. That never happened now. His eyes are closed when he's talking. We supposed to believe him?
Dude, I know for a fact right now there's people bigger than me.
It's like a drama question,
at a higher bit rate that you're allowing. So right now I'm telling you this is preferential treatment, which is fucked up. I don't agree with that. And I'm telling you right now that if I change my bit rate, the game's going to look like shit. They didn't care. They demanded I do it, so I did. It looked like shit, and I said I'm not streaming on your business anymore. So I went over to YouTube. I believe it was for roughly 2 years. And on YouTube, I was able to stream at any bitrate I wanted, okay? And that was fine for 2 years, except that YouTube didn't have many ways to really make any kind of profit on a stream, which at that point I didn't care about because I was still making enough ad revenue on YouTube to I didn't care about the streams being monetized.
Remember when DSP doxed himself and CT and said he beat up whoever was showing up?
In addition, YouTube's moderation is absolutely god-awful.
Trolls, killing them with some shit.
It's basically their stream chat is not a stream chat. It's just comments that roll on.
I'm surprised they actually even moved.
So it's impossible.
Because you got to interact with people.
So
and do
I
all
had to
of
have
that
my own
kind of
chat
stuff.
on an MIRC server that was running constantly.
Maybe Panda
I really
did
feel that during those years, I had a decline in viewership because people wanted to see something that was easy to access, and a lot of people got turned off at the live streaming aspect. So they either watched the videos on YouTube or they didn't watch at all. The whole live streaming thing kind of didn't work for me those years. But then, years later, I heard that Twitch had finally upped their bitrate requirements. They allowed you to stream at a higher bitrate that would
years
be quality
later, people
for me.
told him he could
I
get
came
bits
back
and
and the rest
shit.
is history. It's been over
That's
3
when he
years,
came
and
back.
I've absolutely loved every moment.
I thought he
I've
said
been on Twitch.
OBS was
There's
fucked up back then, though.
issues.
He got like
So that
5
being
reasons
said,
why he went back. Only one of them true, though.
The only
it was
reason
for
I would
money.
ever leave Twitch really is because there
Money.
would be some kind of a fundamental change or
Money.
something happening
Money.
that
Or
I felt
getting
that I
banned.
didn't want to be on this business anymore.
He would have to get
But the
banned.
thing is, it's never happened. In the 3.5 years I've been here, if anything, I think it's gotten better. You know, the thing is too, I focus on my own stuff. I should emphasize here, I focus on my own stuff. I don't get into other people's business. I don't care about what other people are doing on Twitch. People always want to get into these. Oh, did you hear what this person got away with today on Twitch? But
well, don't read when people grandma died, DSP.
I don't fucking pay attention to any of
Don't
that
pay
shit.
attention to when people grandma died.
Me, and my business and my concerns and my ability to stream and your guys' ability to watch what you want to watch on my stream. I don't care about all the white noise of the horseshit that I hear over here and over here and over here. I don't care. So even though some people claim, oh, there's all these problems with Twitch, like I've experienced none of them.
Except
for
when he did, like when he got banned for making fun of someone's hair color.
I don't get involved in the drama, so I like being on Twitch. I have no desire to leave Twitch and go to a third-party company because
he fucks with his face as he says this.
Because I like Twitch,
big time.
Right?
Fuck with
so
his face
why do I
want to
leave? Twitch is still the #1 streaming service in the world. I get the feeling that even though there may be competition with Mixer, they're going to remain #1.
Isn't YouTube
I've already said this
competition?
before. I feel
Isn't every site that exists
thing.
competition?
Here's why. Competition
by default
breeds innovation and improvement.
Innovation. You mean when Twitch steal everybody else's idea?
In a field, there's no inspiration for them to ever do any
better.
better.
God, all of these
Take
old
a look
shitty
at
takes.
YouTube. How bad YouTube has gotten over the
questions?
years and just continues to get worse because there's no one to compete with them when it comes to on-demand video. They are the #1 guys. No one ever competes.
Stop
so
fucking wobbling your head like this,
whatever
man.
they want. They,
Why does
you know
he
what
do
I
that
mean?
so much?
And that
It's
website
obnoxious.
is just falling the
You
fuck
look like
apart
a
and become a
kid.
toxic
Like a
fucking
weird
cesspool
kid having a
because
tantrum.
of that. With Twitch actually having some actual competition, it's good. It means they'll have to find ways to improve. Maybe they'll see some of these things that Mixer apparently has that they don't.
They already
say,
did that.
Oh, maybe we should implement
they
some
already
of these
did
things
that.
or do things that are better
That's
than
why they
that
got the point
because we
system,
wanna
because
stay
they steal
competitive
everybody
and we wanna be
ideas.
the top guys still, right? See what I'm saying? I like that about it.
Yes.
So this is good. Having Mixer as a
DSP likes
viable
stolen ideas
competitor
if it
to
can help
Twitch
him
is
make
gonna have
money.
Both businesses want to improve upon each other and be better than each other, and that's going to allow for better variety when it comes to content and delivery and features when it comes to streams. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, buddy.
But again, no, I would not leave Twitch at all right now. I like being where I am. I love streaming every day. It's streamlined. It's easy. I don't have any problems. You guys like the content I put out here. Like I said, there's constant improvements, monetization options.
You know what?
Hell,
that's a great
today,
fucking point.
I added 2 new cheer modes.
No.
And I added 3 new exclusive.
This dude is such a bullshit artist. Within the same Q&A, he's telling us how shiny stuff is bad when it comes to editing videos, right? Editing videos is bad. The viewer expecting the video to be edited is bad. But Mixer being competition is good because Twitch can add all kinds of new ideas. Isn't that being flashy? I thought being flashy was bad. Those other YouTubers that made flashy videos, they just copied other people that made flashy videos, didn't they? Now he want 1080 60. I thought flashy shit was bad. And he could do 1080 60 now.
I can't do it on Twitch because it looks like shit. At the bit
He
rate
tried
that they
this
forced
like
me to
multiple
stream at.
years ago.
Let
It's full
me
of
stream
shit
at a
right
higher
here.
bit rate, and then I'll be able to put out the highest quality stuff
I
for my
hate his
viewers,
bit rate
but
talk
they
because
don't
it's so
let you.
outdated
They
and
limit
garbage.
you to the 6500, and so that's what I'm stuck doing.
And then if you correct him, he's like, well, yeah, you may be right, but
Let's
yeah.
do some shout outs.
And then he
Thank
go
you
on
very much
after
to the
that.
following patrons who are ongoing supporters and
Yeah.
earned a verbal shout out this month. Shout out
Verbal
to Will
shout
Walker,
out.
Vilix,
This is why we still
Fallen
do the Q&A every 2
1570,
months, because of these
Big
people.
Tone
It's these
995,
people's fault he do this
Casey
every 2
Wood,
months.
Planet Jeff,
Planet
Thomas
Jeff,
McDonald,
oh boy.
Sean Given, Last Rambo
Big up
341,
Planet Jeff.
Uncommon Sense,
God damn it, I didn't want to do that.
QPZMWN,
It's not even the right page.
David Denmark, Stormforce
Let me get a
Gamer,
bunch of pizzas now,
Richie
Rip.
7, Steven Slater 007, Michael Denault, and Dr. Sketchlons. Thank you, guys.
Who the fuck is...
All right, now we move on to Twitter
Michael
questions, and then I'm going to do some shout-outs, and then we'll have a little bit of time for stream Q&A before we
Michael
adjourn the show.
Denault.
Okay? Excuse me.
Thanks
Whew.
for burping into the mic.
All right. Let's move on to Twitter questions. First of all, from Rascal Blacktail, he says, how do you keep going with the constant barrage of criticism? Surely there's more to it than just ignoring it. It's relentless. Whether some may feel it's deserved or not, there has to be a mental or emotional toll it's taken over the years.
Wait,
First
I thought he was done.
It's not criticism. You know, there is criticism.
It's another
Legit
troll
criticism
question?
I always welcome. And if someone has a suggestion for a stream or a suggestion for a new genre of game I should check out or some way I can
think it
improve,
is.
I'll definitely take it into consideration. One of the biggest
think it
criticisms
is.
I still get to this day, I need to shorten my pre-streams. Yet, when I shorten my pre-streams, I don't get to talk about a lot of critical information, and then it's hilarious because then that stream, everyone's talking about that the whole stream, and it distracts me from the gameplay. So, you see what I mean? Like, some of the criticisms I feel are valid, and I'll take them into consideration, but a lot of them, at the same time, I have to figure out, is that best for the kind of content that I do? You know, it's very tough to figure out what's a good or valid criticism and what's not. But what I think you're specifically addressing, Rascal, is the slander and the defamation. That's not criticism. That's complete horseshit. It's taking a snippet of truth or taking a fact that is a part of a whole big picture and portraying it as if it's the whole picture. For example, the other day, here I am on stream, and we're talking about the passing of Kobe Bryant, the shocking, very, very awful, untimely passing of him. At that point, we didn't even know that his daughter had passed away in the same helicopter crash. We were just talking about Kobe. And we're talking about how he's a good person and how he's a very influential figure. And then, as we're talking about Kobe's passing, my game file had corrupted in Knights of the Old Republic. And so I just mentioned, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. My game file corrupted and now we got to replay a whole bunch of gameplay. I said, what a day. First, we have this really shocking death of someone.
I don't know why we're talking about this again.
And then my
this was completely fucking gone and over with.
Shit.
Holy crap.
And people make it headline news on their YouTube
Yes, it was
channels.
headline news
GSP
on their
compares
YouTube
Kobe
channels.
Bryant's death to losing a game save file.
There.
Didn't do that at all. That's
Yes.
complete defamation and slander. It's 100% factually incorrect. If you actually watch the fucking stream, you would actually see exactly what happened on the stream. And that's not what happened at all. It wasn't like, oh man, Kobe died and my game file is gone. And,
I mean, it is what
really awful
happened.
for us, man. It's like, it's bullshit. I never equated the two at all in any kind of a comparison. It's saying, making a list of bad things does not mean the bad things are equivalent. But this is what these people do to me every single day. They literally make shit up. That's not criticism. That's slander. That's defamation. That's illegal to do that.
Couldn't that just be their opinion that they feel that way? They feel you equated it?
It's actually illegal in the United States of America, and people who do it
Why is he
can
such
be
a
sued
soy
for
boy
it,
about
okay?
this? He tell us every
But
day
this
what
happens to me
people
every
can
day.
be sued
And
for. Eat the
gets
shit
to
or get
point
off the
where it's
pot,
so
man.
ludicrous that, like I said earlier, I just laugh
And I'm
at
tired
it.
of stuff being
There's
the same
no way I
rap
can take
over and
that shit
over, too.
seriously.
I don't
Are you
even
out of
listen
your
to
mind?
Ludacris.
And the truth of the matter is, everyone who was actually here on the streams knows it's bullshit. They were here.
Everyone who's
They saw
here?
exactly what happened. They saw the true context of the discussion that we had. We had a very honorable and respectful conversation about Kobe. And to say that I say stuff like that is ludicrous. But that's what they do. Clickbait, clickbait, come make money. Clickbait, clickbait.
Oh my God. That's what it was.
You're right.
Clickbait, come make money.
It absolutely takes a toll. And
I didn't even stream at all that day.
Man, I don't even know if I want to keep on doing this anymore because it got so bad that like
Whatever.
every aspect of my life was being negatively affected.
Everybody else did it.
My personal
If they didn't do it, everybody else did it.
My family was
and if
being
they didn't do it,
harassed.
somebody else
It was
did
like
it anyway.
every aspect of my life, but it was being negatively affected by the shit that these people were doing just to get their own personal gain on the internet. But now, these past few years that I've made a more private life that's protected from that shit, it hasn't been as negatively affected, that's for sure.
I thought he didn't even care about this kind of stuff, so why is he protecting
the truth
himself
of the matter
from it
is,
so
like I
much?
said, it really all culminated with that stupid escort story, and now it's just everything's bullshit. Everything that they say is just bullshit. I just don't even care anymore.
Except when they care.
Why am I going to care
went
about
back
the most
into
ludicrous
this.
shit that they just
This
make
is
up
just
on a daily basis for themselves?
it's like the
when
troll
I know I
segment.
can
What the
just
fuck?
push forward positively, and I know that my true fans are going to come and not know. They know that stuff's fake anyway. They were here, right? So they know that shit's bullshit. They know not to believe
True
these
fans
insane
show up to every
slanderous
stream?
and defamatory stories.
Is that what you're implying,
And
DSP?
so we don't care about it, you know? Yeah, I'll admittedly, I would say it was about 3 or 4 years ago when I was at a point that was like a breaking point. I was like, damn, dude, my life sucks right now because there's so much negativity and hate towards me, and I don't know if this will ever turn around, and I don't know what's going to happen. You know, I would definitely say in the last year, things did turn around. In the last year, public opinion against me, even though people still say I'm a lol cow or whatever, it's not like to the point where, oh, let's destroy his fucking life and ruin him forever. It's more like, okay, let's laugh at some of his misadventures, but understand this guy is unfairly treated on a daily basis by a bunch of stalker shitheads. Okay? That's good. That's a step in the right direction, right? So I'm happy with that. Okay. Continuing on. Gravity asks me, do I still enjoy streaming every day? Absolutely. Every single day I enjoy streaming, and that's the God's honest truth. Like I said, more and more ever since I became an interactive streamer, I enjoy streaming. Are there days when I'm tired and it's a little bit tougher to get to stream? Sure. Are there days when I wish I didn't have to do a full talking stream for 3 hours because now my throat's going to hurt for the rest of the day? Sure. That's absolutely true. But
so literally today,
I still enjoy doing what I do
was
for a living.
extremely
That's why I love
specific.
this. I told you,
a full talking stream. What the hell is that?
Job. I feel like I'm actually making a difference. I'm doing things that is
what if I want to talk for 6 hours instead?
Well,
Is he doing half of a full talking stream? Is it half of a talking stream?
Wayne Grow
He loves
says,
doing this.
Don't take this the wrong way. We've noticed
Except
you
the days he
how to
don't,
censor yourself.
which is today.
We all know you still have that instinct of making jokes about gay people and women. The question is, did you really become a leftist, or are you just trying to please Twitch? So, this guy's basically in an extreme way, kind of agreeing with someone earlier on the show who's basically said, we noticed that you used to say things like, oh, this boss is overpowered. The camera's horrendous. Awful checkpoints. Lame online connections. But now you've become more mellow and more of a chill guy on stream. Okay? I've pretty much already explained it, but I'll explain it again very quickly. The truth of the matter is, I was always over-exaggerating in the past and doing those extreme things to get attention because that was my shtick on YouTube. That was the whole thing. Phil was the guy. He does long-form gameplay, doesn't edit his stuff. He shows you both the successes and the fails, way more fails than successes, but he leaves all the fails in there unedited.
So basically he was fake.
What happened when he played
It's
the game,
okay to be fake if you change. He's real now, even though he hid more stuff now. But he was fake then. But he's real now.
Different. I broke the
because he
mold,
says so.
I wasn't like everyone else, and I wasn't following the
Sound good?
tripes. And excuse me, the tropes. I said tripes. The tropes and
what?
or the common ways to be successful on YouTube. I was still successful by not using any of their common practices. But my shtick was I was the over-the-top guy.
I like how
sexual comments. I would make rude.
I like how these quote-unquote common practices, right? They're supposed to be bad because he says so. Was it better to just be fake? Which is what he implied that he was. Well, yes, of course, because he did it. It was common.
Then,
in
when
his
I became
content.
an interactive streamer, I didn't have to do that shit anymore. Because I don't have to fill every waking moment of dead air with some kind of content with me blabbing constantly. I could just interact with the stream chat and have a more organic, real experience instead of a manufactured one, which was basically me making shit up all the time. And I like this way more. It's not me censoring myself, okay, at all.
I don't think you know what it is.
Now, not to say that, sure, knowing that Twitch has a rule set, right, that says, oh, you can't make fun of certain groups or whatever. I know that
What
rule
is a
set
certain
exists.
group, DSP? People with
as you've
purple
seen, it doesn't
beards?
stop me from being myself. I'm always going to say and do whatever I feel is the truth, or if I want to make a joke and I feel it's pertinent, I'm going to make that joke. I don't feel like anything that I do on streams is offensive to the level where anyone should be getting offended and, you know, complaining.
I like how somebody sent him a chair that's so fucking long you can't even see it in this pop-up message.
And in reality,
it's literally too long to be in the fucking
I have
notification.
Grown up, even though some people would say, don't give us that bullshit that you grew up and matured. It's true. It's absolutely true that,
it is true.
You know, I used to think in that way.
It's true indeed.
Keep in mind, you know,
Kurt Angle would
when
agree.
I was starting out on YouTube, I was 26, 27 years old.
Why are we doing this?
Much younger. I was coming out of the Street Fighter community, which, oh my God, you want to
It's
talk
their
about
fault.
racist humor
It's their
and shit,
fault
that
he
Street
was a
Fighter community
bad
is
person at
100%
first.
the most
Everyone else's fault.
strong in that, you know, all that kind of sexist, racist. They don't give a shit. They don't pull punches. That's like the ultimate hazing kind of an atmosphere over there, okay?
No other communities have
at the time,
bad
I was
people
also
in
a
them?
huge fan of
Is
angry
he saying
video
the
game
Street
nerd
Fighter
and
community is
nostalgia
full of
critic. Not to
bad
say that
people?
they do that kind of humor, but they were, you know, Eric video game nerds, F this, F that, every other word.
It's
coming out of
everybody
his
else's
mouth,
fault.
right? That's his character.
Everybody else's fault.
So that being said, you know, I kind of grew out of it. After doing it for about 5-6 years, you get tired of doing the same fucking thing all the time. And having to portray, you know, being this over-the-top character who always has to make the sexual comment or joke, who always has to, you know what I mean? It gets tiring.
I
At
thought he
first, it was
changed
fun
because he
shock factor.
changed the websites
You
and
get that
stuff.
shock factor out of the audience that, oh my God, Phil just said that. Wow. After you do that for 5 years, there's no shock anymore. You've done it for 5 years, you know? So you change up. You change up a little bit and you become different.
I thought you changed because you became a
being
streamer,
a more
though.
honest person, being a more organic streamer with interaction with you guys and not having to do that crazy shit over the top stuff, you know, is better for me. I did, you know, and people
God
say, oh, it's
damn it.
bullshit. No, sorry, you know, that you can't maybe mature personally and so you don't understand it. But for me, that stuff's not funny anymore. Maybe it was funny 10 years ago. That shit's just not funny anymore. I've changed. I'm a married guy.
What the hell is this?
I have a set family life now
Oh,
that I
this is-
enjoy.
this- I have
don't
to
need to be
read
making
this.
fucking stupid ass sexual comments.
We need to
constantly
make
about
a
stuff
sexual
anymore.
comment. Things I do with Cat for $1. Number 1, take her to a rodeo parade. Number 2, train her for the Kentucky Derby. Number 3, have a pulley carriage. I don't think this is sexual at all. Have a pulley carriage in a Budweiser Super Bowl commercial. Number 4, play a opponent song to her with an ocarina. Shit, I forgot. What is it supposed to be? Ocarina or Ocarina? I think somebody got mad at me for saying Ocarina before. I'm going to say Ocarina this time then. Ocarina. Number 5. Feed of Carrots. That's pretty wholesome. And Fred for $3. I can't believe he's keeping up this lie. Wait, shit. Keeping up this lie that the Pro Jared tweet changed public opinion. It did.
Last
Boogie
year,
liked
when
it.
Sony decided to skip E3,
The
E3
super
is
important
dying.
guy,
It doesn't
Boogie.
really need to exist anymore.
Wait, what?
Everyone now has found out that doing digital events at their own pace and whenever they feel like is much cheaper and much less stressful. And
there you
actually gives things a lot more exposure than E3. Face it, if every major gaming company is dropping their bombs at E3, the bombs don't have as much effect anymore because every bomb went off at once. Versus, Sony in February is going to do this crazy press conference announcing the PS5. Nintendo does a new direct every couple of months that drops all their new content. And these are just specific events just for those people, just for those companies or publishers.
They're not going to make any money doing that. No one's going to make any money from
E3
doing that.
Everything happened at once.
E3,
right?
you could sell shit at E3.
In addition,
you got the marketing and all of that.
Sadly, E3 wanted to make more money, got incredibly greedy and bloated,
yes.
and said,
everyone else is
our
greedy.
Show. It's no longer
everyone
just a trade
else
show
is greedy.
where journalists can come
Holy
and interview
shit.
These companies that are showing off their games, and then the journalists can spread that information to the world.
I thought we didn't like journalists,
It now became everyone can go to E3. Everyone just buys a ticket. They're all insanely
he's
expensive.
salty
It's now
because he wanted
not
to be
just
special.
A
He went to
gaming press
E3
event.
before.
Now it's like a convention where everyone parties and everything. And when you do that,
he went to E3
lost
back
the
when it was
essential
kind of
purpose
special
of the
still.
whole event. Because
he's mad because
and
everybody
that's
can go
exactly
now.
what happens. People don't really care about E3 because
like everybody can go to the
exclusive?
Super Bowl.
Guess what?
Is the
You can
Super
stay
Bowl not
home
important?
Without spending hundreds of thousands
Well,
of
if you
dollars
pay,
to go
if
out
you
there.
pay, you can go.
And you can actually
Wow.
watch
If you
all the
pay,
shit
you can go to
online.
anything.
Now, yeah, the truth of the matter is you wouldn't get any hands-on experience.
That's how fucking having
with some
money
of the
works.
games. But the one E3 I went to, I think. Let me think about this very practically. I played
very practically.
Resident Evil 5.
Oh, this is practical, I guess.
Metal Gear Solid: Rising Revengeance. Or Metal Gear Solid, whatever the fuck it was called.
We hate journalists. These journalists shouldn't have a job. They're worthless. But they should only be allowed at E3. No one else should be allowed at E3. So we can get the information from them. That's
like
DSP
4
logic.
to 5 games. The entire event, I was there. Okay? Most of the games, they don't let you play. You have to wait in line to see a presentation about the game, and you don't ever get to play the game, so you don't get any hands-on experience. And in reality, most of the information gets shown online anyway.
Yeah, that's how information works.
Why are you there? Right? It's because
why watch TV?
So I can say I
why
was
watch
there.
Netflix? It's gonna be on the internet anyway. Someone's gonna tell you what happened.
Rather than actually there was a reason
why watch
to be
a stream?
And
someone's gonna tell you what happened.
All the hotels around there are overpriced.
Why buy a
all the
game? People are gonna talk about it on the internet.
Overpriced. The tickets are incredibly
Why do
expensive.
anything, dude?
There's really no reason to go anymore. As a person, to attend E3, you get no advantage over someone just sitting on the internet looking for the information. So can you imagine, as a game creator or publisher or company, why the fuck do you want to be at E3? I can do my own event, show my own, for much cheaper, do my own digital event, and, we get the same positive effect.
That's the bullshit. He
So,
knows this is bullshit.
What's the point? And that's kind of what I think Sony is like, fuck this, we're not doing this shit.
This is so fucking fake. Because even last year, in multiple years, every time people told DSP about Nintendo, oh, they're doing a stupid digital event or whatever, I'm not going to watch it. The stupid fucking treehouse or whatever, I'm not going to watch it. And now he wants everybody to do their own digital events, so he cannot watch them. He don't watch any of these. He watched E3. He don't watch any other separate digital events. But he wants everyone to do a digital event. This is like actually just bullshit.
Die out and just not be existing anymore within 5
How is he so fucking fake with everything?
Who the hell wants to keep going there, right? Okay, so let's do a few shout outs for people who've contributed. And then we're just going to open up the chat to Q&A for a few minutes before we adjourn the show.
Wow, a few minutes. Thanks.
So first of all, let's see here.
That was a fun
Mr.
stream.
Vera did a cheer and said, scrolled off the screen. Son of a bitch. I was just about to read it.
What the hell is this? Mr. Simon? Yeah, Mr. Simon, 1909 for 333. How is it possibly be such a disgusting...
Right. So, Mr. Vera says, even for veteran Final Fantasy VII
like
players,
the pig roach,
the remake is going to be a totally different game. I'm really
curious
what it'll be like.
Real.
Me too.
He should
be
diagnosed with an incurable terminal illness pretty soon.
Mature Adult cheered.
In Minecraft.
He said...
It's going to delete a save file. It's worse
than
than Kobe.
You should get a phone number that your fans can call in on when you do a stream like this. Thoughts?
Mike Jones?
No. Let's see here. The Deputy.
Just for the show. That actually would be
channel.
fun for a day.
Deputy for
and
the
then we'll get ruined.
And PW Dubs tipped me a couple dollars here. The first one, he says, do I wear a do-rag when going to bed or around the house? a do-rag.
You don't even know what that is. Why is he answering this?
No, actually, what I do is I form my.
He's gonna give it sarcasm. Fuck my life.
Designs from the 1960s. I have a big beehive on my head, of course. And then the other cheer, he says, "Can I claim you as a dependent on my taxes?" No, you cannot do that. Thank you for the $2 in tips. Thanks to everyone who contributed today. I appreciate it. Okay, continuing on. Raisin bread is tasty. Just cheers. And Phil, early in the stream, you mentioned some gaming YouTubers tend to not work that hard since they cut out a lot of their content and don't show their feelings like you do before going to direct capture. That's not what I said at all. What I said is, it's harder.
Why does he remember what he said multiple years ago?
To actually play more games and complete more games in a short time frame.
He's shaming us for that shit all the time.
To only play one game a week. And
you remember what he said all of these years ago? I don't think so.
Putting that out, it absolutely is harder. I can tell you from experience, as someone who's done both, because I've done play 5 games in 1 week and beat them, and then I've done play 2 games in a week and edit it and put the content on KO Gaming. I've done both. It's harder to do the more gameplay than it is to do the editing. Okay, that's from my personal experience.
That's because his editing is bad, though.
That they don't do hard
work. My
editing
is bad. I can tell you, editing a video is easy if I put out a trash video.
They have the money and the means to make those stylized videos. It is hard work to make them like that. But that's not as hard.
And then he immediately tells us it is hard to make a video, a good video.
Okay.
So
now, continuing on what you're saying,
literally right.
You feel it's fair to generalize all YouTubers based on the actions of a few lazier ones. No, and I never did. You didn't hear what I said properly.
Of course they didn't.
Of course they didn't.
Maybe he should do a better job of talking if everybody hear him wrong. Just maybe.
Thank you very much, Italian Crow.
Just maybe.
I appreciate that. Okay. Christian Knox resubscribed to the channel for 5 months. Says thank you for comedy since DSP Gaming Classic. You're welcome. Thank you very much, Christian Knox. I appreciate that. Lemonade Sparkle did a 100-bit cheer and said,
I love how that $5 message on his stream don't even show up on my stream.
Apparently they're still
even though he sent
going
it for
on with this fucking
that
meme
reason, I think.
that apparently I play gacha games.
That's what you get.
Whatever. Thanks for the cheer.
Thanks for the cheer,
Free for all cast
idiot.
did a 50-bit cheer. He says you literally have over 2,000 live viewers right now. Whether these detractors admit it or not, they love to watch you. Haters, detractors, fans, and the curious.
I mean,
you demand an audience. Most streamers with 2,000 viewers
people that watch Kim Kardashian and complain about it love to watch it, right?
You're right. Every viewer that's on one of the illegal restreamers is my viewer. They're
wow,
watching
you
for
got me. Oh no.
If I didn't exist,
I thought they
would
was
be
robots.
watching that person who's restreaming me right now. 100% that is mine.
Oh,
it's
no.
sad that sadly these idiots who break the law they get money on my behalf.
It's sad they get money.
But I don't have any means to really do anything about it because I'm poor and I don't have money to sue.
I'm poor. I thought he was successful.
So Free for all cast cheered again.
I thought he was successful.
Yoshi World Order wants me to ask you to compare and contrast Yoshi's
Remember
Island
when my
to
viewers was all robots and now they're his
I
viewers?
promised I would ask
and then they were low quality viewers that one time?
Stream. I said Yoshi's Island
He's
has
poor.
Very good music and good graphics, but
poor
I feel
and successful.
The gameplay mechanics are more wonky
Sounds
and
good
less
to me.
consistent.
That's how it works, dude. He's like a struggling artist or something.
A lot of things just feel
a starving
weird. Like
artist.
when you're in Super Mario World in water, you naturally feel like you're in water, and it feels like similar Mario games. Yoshi's Island is like a totally new gameplay mechanic. It's like you're swimming in goo, and it's hard to jump out of it. And
you got to come up with excuses for being bad at Yoshi's Island. That's pretty good.
In addition, I feel that I keep saying Super Mario World. Yoshi's Island is way too tough because it requires you to find a lot of secrets and or have previously discovered knowledge about a stage in order to beat it. A lot of the stages are like you can't even beat them unless you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing at first, or else they're incredibly hard. I'll give you an example. Last night, there's a stage I'm playing. It's one of the fortresses in Yoshi's Island.
No.
And there's only one checkpoint in the stage.
He wants Yoshi's Island to be easier for him.
Center of the stage,
what
and
the fuck wrong with this dude? He told us that game was easy, and now it's too difficult.
You go through this middle door. Oh, you use the key here. Oh, there's a checkpoint. Okay. Oh, come to find out, you need to get the other 3 keys in a row without dying and open 3 more doors before you reach another checkpoint. Now, if you had known that there was only one checkpoint while you got all 4 keys, you probably would have hit that checkpoint way later, especially if you did something easy, rather than have to repetitively do stuff over and over if you die on a hard part. But the game does it. It's not intuitive. Like Super Mario World wasn't like that. Super Mario World, the checkpoints were well spaced out. The gameplay wasn't. By the way, the stages on Yoshi's Island are way longer than Super Mario World.
Listen to this,
Super Mario
dude.
World,
Holy
the stages
shit.
never feel like one stage is too long.
I never thought I would hear somebody talk about Yoshi's Island like
you know
this.
what I mean? Like overstays its welcome. They all feel like it's good pacing. Yoshi's Island is the opposite. It's like, damn, this pacing is grindy as fuck. It feels like this takes way too long. I just want it to end to get to the next one.
What the fuck?
It really does feel like a completely different dev team made it, which I think they did. I think that it was a different dev team, which is why it's weird
I would assume
that they
so.
ran Yoshi's Island in Super Mario World 2. I guess maybe it's because it has a lot of the same returning enemies.
DSP, you was going to
really
do Project 7 with none of your friends. What the fuck are you talking about?
Which is fine. I'm not saying the game is bad. I'm just saying it's very different. And
no,
I
you're
do
just
like
being a
Mario
bitch.
World better.
Okay,
So
there you go.
All right, and then Chunky Jack tipped me $5 and tried to get attention for a detractor, but I'm not going to bother with that. So I'm just going to say thanks for the $5.
Feels bad.
And,
He's still at it, though.
Tough titties. Okay.
At least he added it.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
somehow it's tough titties. I don't know how.
Okay.
Because he say so. You donate for attention, but if you're donating for attention, it's
going to
bad?
open up the stream to questions from the viewers.
I don't know. He tell you that you donate for attention, but if you donate for attention, it's bad.
Out of curiosity, what did you think of the last years of Walking Dead, Rick's exit, and the Whisperer's storyline? Are you liking the new season? I don't watch it.
It makes sense. Just don't think about it.
I don't have television anymore. I was watching The Walking Dead when I had normal TV, and I got rid of it 2 years ago.
What is normal TV?
I went to,
God damn it. What is normal TV?
What was it? PlayStation
Not having cable.
View? Was it called? I think
no,
it was
he meant actual cable.
Which was their cable service.
Oh, my God.
All
right.
And then I got rid of that. So all I have now is Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus. And I don't know if Walking Dead is on Hulu. It's definitely not on Netflix or Disney Plus. So I stopped watching it. Now I did see it all the way through when Rick exited the show, and then I never gave a fuck ever again. I was like, I don't care. That to me, the second that Rick exited was the end of the show.
Yeah, I was a gun. I dropped my gun
That was
live
the
on
main
stream.
character, the protagonist.
I always
from day
hold it
one.
with me when I
It's
watch
the character
DSP
that always
stuff.
was followed. Even though, yes, there are other supporting characters that were great. The day that Rick exited the show, there was no reason to ever watch it ever again. And I have seen not a single episode since, and I never will, because I don't care about the show anymore. The show basically overdid its welcome. It destroyed the entirety of the Negan plotline.
Why do we have a take on The Walking Dead right now? What caused this?
I don't care about it anymore. And
a TV question?
That's my opinion. I'm never going to really care about the show ever again. So, sorry, I can't really answer your question legitimately, but
here's a good clip of him talking about Yoshi's Island.
Okay.
Thank you, but I'm not going to watch it.
Well, that's right, Polish Frog. I did. You're absolutely right. I canceled Netflix. Now I just have Hulu
it's not like it's something,
and Disney Plus.
No.
Those are the two
I watched the play
television
Yoshi's
services
Island
that I have. I don't have Netflix anymore. I haven't had it since September, October. Basically, right before
I've
Disney
heard
Plus
about
came
how
out,
much
I
he don't
canceled
have Netflix like 4 times in the last month. I don't know what causes this kind of stuff.
What do I think of the boomer meme? I don't really care either way.
What is the
I don't care
boomer
about
meme? The one that other people are boomers, or the one that he's a boomer?
It's
the
a
one
meme.
that boomers
It's
exist?
meaningless. Like most memes, it's stupid as hell. It
I
doesn't
don't
apply
know.
to me because I'm not a boomer. But you could say, okay, boomer, meaning, okay, old guy who's not in the same mindset as us because we're a younger generation. I guess that's fine. I understand what you're saying.
That's what we should say.
And I am.
Okay,
37 years old,
older
and I know that
guy
I'm older than
who's
probably
not in the
most of my
same mindset as us younger people. That's what we should say. We shouldn't say okay boomer because
No, I did
that's
not watch
dumb
The
and it
Mandalorian.
makes DSP
Maybe I will
mad.
one day. I have
Instead,
not
we
seen
should
a
say
single
okay older guy who's not of the same mindset as us younger guys.
One of my favorite games
That's
of
what we
last
should
year
say.
by far, and I liked it more than any of the recent Yakuza games.
Wouldn't we say okay boomer to piss
I
him
talk in
off?
circles when
Why
I
should we say the
lie?
other shit to not piss him off?
I have no
then?
idea. I have no idea. First of all,
That's
if you're trying
goddamn
to
it, dude.
say, gee, I wonder. Phil's talking in circles. Does that mean he's lying? Is this a man?
His life is talking in circles.
On stream? No, because I'm not lying to you guys, so I don't know.
He's just being obnoxious.
If and when I lie, I would have to say no. I probably don't talk in circles because.
Why would he say he
in
talk in
reality,
circles when he lie? People would just
I don't lie
say
that
he lie
often.
more.
If
Why
I
would
lie,
he
it has to
admit
be
to
for
when
a
he would
very
lie
good
and
reason,
be honest about
like
it?
protecting myself and my
Why would he
family.
be honest about his ticks when he lie?
And in reality, if I
Why
talk
would he
in
do that?
circles
In
when I lie
reality,
about
why
certain
would he do that?
things, then people would have caught on to that. Like, for example, let's say, for example, all the time that people were
Since
asking,
Mr.
am I gonna get a
Hutta,
cat? Or
right,
thinking about getting
was
a cat
saying
or a cat? And I
Hutta
said, no, we
for
don't have one.
years,
Then come to find
and
out he
nobody
had
ever
one.
pointed it
I
out
didn't talk in
publicly that I
circles
know
back
of.
then. You know what I mean? Like, or else
So what the hell is he trying to talk about now? People would notice.
I don't think so. I don't.
People
think
didn't notice
there's
that.
Any mannerism or anything that I have or anything.
He got a
like
lot
that.
of mannerisms.
Sometimes I get wrapped up in a topic.
Everybody
or whatever,
do.
and I'll end up
But he
talking in a circle.
fucking
I know it
defensive about
happens.
everything, which I
It
guess
has
is a
nothing to do with,
mannerism
like,
too,
oh, that's
huh?
my tell of when you're lying or anything
Probably.
like that. At least I don't think so. So, Dynamite Hetty did a 100-bit cheer. He said, if you decided not to get into streaming, what did you want your career to be? What field were you interested in? Truth of the matter is, when I was younger, I wanted to do computer programming because that was all the rage. I wanted to be able to program things for businesses and maybe eventually get maybe into game design. But really, I was thinking more about practical things for businesses behind the scenes and stuff. So yeah, like that's originally what I wanted to do. And then after that, I thought I could get into business at some level, whether it was finance or something else, you know, and that didn't pan out. And then after that, literally, I didn't care. Like I basically went from job to job that I didn't like and didn't really care. I was only working for myself to get a paycheck, you know, whether it was working for that mortgage company that I worked for, working for Best Buy, working for the helicopter company. Nothing really was a fit. And so I didn't really give a shit. It wasn't until I started doing the continuous improvement work at the helicopter company that
I was about to say, how was nothing to fit? What about the helicopter place?
And then within a year of doing that work, they laid me off.
Wow. So it was only a year?
They didn't care.
He's complaining about a job 10 years later that only was a year?
Now, as I said...
Are you fucking shitting me, dude?
One thing that I was thinking about when I started on YouTube and I actually was making good money was, gee, maybe if the money keeps coming in like this, I can save up and one day I can start my own business.
I thought it was at least like 3 or something. I didn't know it was just a year.
Business where maybe it could be a restaurant or somewhere I could sell product or something like that. And that way I could have something different from the internet and diversify myself. But sadly, it doesn't look like that's ever going to happen because of my financial situation. So, Jen tipped me $1 and says, in reality, I figured out your goat laugh is a tick. It might be. First of all, I don't really know what you guys mean by goat laugh. I mean, is that like ha 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 like that, or I don't know which laugh it is that you're
DSP,
talking
you
about.
know how a goat sound. You literally know how a goat sound. You about to be 38 this year, dude. The fuck you? What are you pretending right now?
Maybe it is a tick.
Yes,
maybe it's just something that I've
is a
adopted
goat.
into my
That's a
mannerisms over the
goat.
years.
That's a goat.
Dark Anakin 1985 resale for 4 months. 4 great months. Thank you very much, Dark Anakin, for the ongoing support.
That's how goats sound.
Cashmere Goat, cheers.
It's a buggy ass fucking toy.
In the stream? Absolutely not. But maybe tonight I will have the door open.
That's how
for
goats sound.
Republic, so if he feels like coming in later tonight,
I'm not watching your stream later tonight, DSP. Fuck yourself. Oh, you're probably gonna do that before the stream.
Excuse
anyway.
me. No. Let's see here. Can't ban my socks. Says, do you feel having a personal section of every stream dedicated to detractors helps you? It seems like they won if they have a section dedicated to them.
What are you talking about?
What I mentioned on my pre-streams is we don't bring up detractor crap because we know they exist and they persist. No matter, there's nothing I can do about it, so bringing it up is negative and it will derail my stream. And that's all we say. It's about, 2-3 minute segment.
That's all.
And then we move on. If I didn't do that, then by rights, someone could come into the stream and literally just start talking about all the negative shit and be like, oh, I didn't know better, right? That's why we do it. It has nothing to do with they won. What the fuck are you talking about? Am I specifically every day bring up that a particular person and or group of people and saying what they're up to and giving them the attention they want? Fuck no. I'm not going to do that because I'm not stupid. But I am going to generally address it so people know what the rules are. There's a very big difference. But again, as I mentioned previously on Ask the King, there's a difference between, book smart intelligence and common sense.
You gonna say the dude's stupid?
If you think it's the same thing, you have no common sense.
Nice.
So
you have no common sense, you fucking moron. If you question me, you don't have common sense, idiot. You tell him, Phil. Question me.
Do I consider myself a struggling artist?
He is. He
I
said
would
he
say
was
a
poor.
Struggling artist.
Oh my God, he has to explain this to the person who asked the question.
They want to keep doing what they do until there's value in it.
That's what it's all about. When you ask the king repeats the question to you and he rewords it and make it multiple sentences.
They can't monetize what they do to the point.
It's about not being able to monetize something if you're a starving artist.
They're constantly can't pay their bills.
People can't monetize stuff in 2020.
They want to do what they do. It's their passion. But they don't make enough to do it.
Oh, now they don't make enough.
Who really likes
you don't make enough
but
though.
Has no venue to do it, so they play it on the street just to get thrown.
Oh, now it's about being on the
That's
street.
A struggling artist.
Now you got to be on the street. You have to be homeless to be a struggling artist.
My business is profitable.
But you also make money, but not enough. But you can't make money.
Debt from the bad choices of my past and the way that
knows
people fucked with me over
even
the
the
years
stuff
to
he
get me into a
trying to
bad
have
position
a fucking
financially.
take on.
That
he can't give himself one.
I'm kind of screwed
It's like
over
he
because
steals
of it.
his opinion.
And
As
I don't
he
think I'm
gives it.
struggling. I think what I
And
need
he
to do
doesn't
is
have
get
one now.
back to square one, and then I won't be struggling. You see what I'm saying? Like, am I having issues? Absolutely. But I'm not as bad as a struggling artist. A struggling artist would be, man, I really want to do what I do, but I can't make a living doing it. I can. I make good money doing what I do, but the problem is I got the giant weight of all this debt on my back that I can never pay off. So once that goes to zero and I start back to square one, things should be better. And that's what I'm working towards right now. So... I should say Thank you very much, guys, for everything. Thank you to the top cheerer of the day, Honest Fan, the top tipper of the day, Silent Bob. Thanks to everyone who did contribute on today's stream. I appreciate that very much. Our subs went up too.
The restream could have been more scuffed than it was.
A couple more
Big
questions
ups.
and then I'm out of here. So.
What is Glow Gang and all of that? You know what? I'm gonna play the LWO video.
Can I shout out your friend Disco Dorodo?
Big ups.
Happy
sure,
birthday,
there you
Disco
go.
Dorodo.
Good job. You didn't die. Disco Dorodo.
Damn it, I can't scroll up. Twitch screwed up the chat, and I can't scroll up in Twitch chat anymore.
He trying to ban
so
somebody,
I can't
huh?
see these questions I missed.
Sucks. Yeah, sucks, man. Such important questions from these longtime fans they've been watching for 10 years.
Chris, I've been listening to the
but they got so many long,
Good luck.
hard questions.
Good luck on those drug distribution missions, dude. Vincent says that Dragon Ball.
Yes, Vincent. Vincent.
He's actually going to update.
Of course, Vincent has a question.
And have less loading times on the 31st. That's good because we definitely won't be done with the game by then. So hopefully it'll improve the loading times for sure. Okay.
Well, I'll be doing stuff with Blizzard Dude Tank after the stream. Super exciting. Hope they pump for it.
Dcash 2012 says, do I feel that Nintendo will have to release a next-gen console to stay relevant now that the PS5 and Xbox Series X are coming out this year? No. Nintendo has firmly and repeatedly stated they're not directly competing with any of these companies, which is a lie, a blatant fucking lie.
You say that? Are you a liar?
But they try to believe that they don't.
Are you a liar when you say that?
So that they can
I would love to know if DSP is a liar when he say that. Everyone else is a liar. Everyone else is a thief. Everyone else is greedy. Except DSP.
Like, but we're not competing. Yes,
godlike.
You're in a console market. You're selling
just
game consoles.
Godlike.
Some of the same games are on both consoles. You're competing directly. You're just really, really trying to bullshit yourself out of thinking that so you don't think that you're a failure. But no, I don't think that Nintendo's going to make a new console anytime soon. They're still, full speed ahead.
I need to mess with my Switch again soon.
Probably at least for another 2-3
years. I got so much
years,
games for it. I just never turn it on.
And then maybe they'll go again. But again, I don't feel that Nintendo's going to go. I would be shocked.
Oh my God.
If in like 1 or 2 years, Nintendo announced, we're finally coming out with a console that's super powered.
Why would they say that?
The other guys, we want our first-party titles to look just as good.
Why would they say that? Why would Nintendo say we want our stuff to be just as good as the PS4? That's retarded.
That's like against their philosophy of how they run things now. You know what
Whose philosophy is that to say the competitor is better and we want to be as good as them?
Okay.
That's what that is.
Curious Kirk cheered again. He said, I'm watching your Red Dead 2
That's what DSP would do if he ran Nintendo. Go out there and say we want to be as good as Sony.
I never knew about that mission, so I never tracked them down. Okay.
That's how you get people to buy your product.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, you can do beam clashes and special super cutscenes if you break enemy stamina.
Nintendo filing for bankruptcy too?
I realized that in the last couple of streams. In fact, the last 2 streams,
they need so much help, I guess.
Clash, and then last stream, I was guard breaking the enemy a lot, and seeing those special, scenes for when you throw out your special.
This is the Connecticut cowboy. That's why he's wearing a cowboy hat indoors too. He shit on people for wearing scarves indoors, but he's from Connecticut wearing a cowboy hat indoors that he got from what, Memphis?
I have to be here every day I can. Making as much money
it makes sense. Just don't think about it. He got to make as much money as he can.
There's no way I can be making less money.
They sold me!
Successful. Very successful.
No, I do not listen to current rappers or R&B singers. I don't listen to any current music whatsoever. Yes, my wife knows all about the entirety of my financial troubles. It would be pretty stupid if she didn't, wouldn't it? Considering she's involved.
How is she involved, DSP? She's not involved when it comes to helping out. Everybody else got to help out instead. How involved is she exactly?
Nintendo sold 50 million Switch consoles and 100 million Wii consoles. That is not a failure.
Did she help spend some of the money?
The PS2 still remains the top-selling console of all time. The PS4 was the top-selling console of the last
tilted
decade,
his glasses up to respond to this dude.
The Wii and the Switch sold well.
Well,
the
actually,
PS4 way outsold both of them. So you can cite numbers.
You can eat
out
a banana.
Of context as much as you want. And you will still not win in successful.
I hate the head shake. I hate that fucking head shake.
They have not, in the scheme of things, when it comes to consoles.
What has DSP really, done in the scheme of things?
The Xbox One sold very poorly compared to its competitors, which is why Microsoft now tries to hide sales numbers. How good are you selling
right now, dog?
Because they realize that they really.
He know everybody else's numbers when it's negative. He never bring up numbers when it's positive.
That people will tell me that's not true,
unless it's to debunk someone else's numbers.
Picture of the actual sales numbers online.
He took a fucking screenshot of sales numbers to prove that they're bad.
Top 10 selling game consoles of all time.
Not even bad, to prove that they're not as good as other people say.
PSP, if you can believe it. The fucking PSP handheld sold 80 million.
Yeah, people loved it. Why is that hard to believe?
82 million. The Xbox 360 sold 85 million.
The Game Boy Advance can't be hard to believe.
Million. The Wii sold 102 million. There's Nintendo's one major.
Why can't he tell us about positive sales numbers for people?
List.
He looking up shit.
The PlayStation Original sold 103 million. The PlayStation 4 sold 106 million. Okay.
Whatever. I don't
now
know why
we
this
go to handhelds.
is
The Game Boy, which had 400 versions, sold 119 million. That doesn't surprise me. This one actually does surprise me. The Nintendo DS. Now this is including every model of the DS.
Oh, that's
okay.
cheap.
Sold 154 million. And the top-selling console of all time is the PS2 with
the PSP had more than one version too. So there you go.
As much as you would like to believe that Nintendo competed, Sony destroyed them this last console generation with the PS4, crushed them. Okay.
Well, the PS4 been out a longer time, so wouldn't he say that if he was trying to defend Nintendo? Nice fucking dead air, by the way.
Will I ever do an Apollo Justice playthrough? Maybe. I know it was in the final poll a few weeks ago. Maybe. Not really interested
Didn't he talk about that earlier? How streaming prevents
that? I don't
that?
see why I wouldn't. I do like the Phoenix Wright games. They are incredibly drawn out, though, and I have to talk so much when I play them. It does actually hurt my voice.
Hates talking. Full-time streamer. Brags about it all the time. Hates to talk. Sounds good to me. A full-time streamer should hate talking DSP. They should hate talking.
No, I've never even touched the Second Knights of the Old Republic. I know nothing about it whatsoever. Nope. No, I do not expect whales to dig me out of the hole of bankruptcy. I mean,
what is a
how would
whale?
That happen exactly? Do you really think people are going to come in here and start dropping giant amounts of money?
That's happened already. Oh, it has to come out of the sky.
That's crazy. No. What I expect is hopefully I'll keep making the same amount of money that I'm making now.
What is that?
And with all of the debts hopefully being either erased or put on a payment plan, that I'll be more manageable. I won't have to sink all my money.
He's in debt because he didn't pay people.
Now I can actually.
How was the payment plan good?
Going. My taxes.
Because he says so.
Now I'm caught up on all that shit, and then I can start back from square one and not accumulate those same debts, and I'll be fine.
Wouldn't he leave YouTube and shit if you do that though?
Thank you, mature adult, for the cheer and the most stupid thing I've ever seen. So I'm not reading it.
It's a dude from Connecticut with a cowboy hat on. Did he send that in the donation somehow?
What I usually do is when we have.
Can you send pictures and cheers now?
I usually look for 3 factors. Number 1, a game that I maybe have wanted to play for a long time and never got into.
Oh my god.
Number 2, a game that I noticed stream viewers seem to be requesting for some reason.
Or
number 3, if we've done a poll or a viewer's choice event,
happens.
I looked at the other things that maybe were up there in the voting but didn't win, and I consider those for playthroughs as well.
Black
so,
Mage.
Yes, it's possible I will
consider some of those. Not Black Mage 666 for $1. If Kent knew the depths of his financial problems, that trophy horse would be fucking gone. Extra doubt. Well, I mean, the last time we saw was when he got married to her.
Just came to subscribe. We'll watch the cast on YouTube. Sounds good. We're actually.
Panda Lee was gone and she was still living now.
Good timing just to drop the sub. Good stuff, man.
Good stuff, man. Dark Side Logic $2. Since when his sales numbers an indicator of quality? Because he makes Gugats of his dumb streams. I still think his content is high quality. If it's a game he like and it sell like shit, sales numbers don't matter. But if it's something he want to be negative about, then sales numbers matter.
No,
it's complete bullshit.
So I can't comment on them.
And it's super obvious.
Days Gone, for me,
just look at him talk about fake Yakuza. I can't even remember the name of the game.
Side missions and stuff for the people in that
Pull up the sales numbers of that.
And
it probably went fucking bronze or something. But that wouldn't matter if you brought it up to him, I'm sure.
Other camps you could eventually go to.
People didn't buy it because this reason and that reason and that reason.
Where basically the
but I thought it was good, man.
Oh, the people kind of feel like they're enslaved and they can't leave. That's very boring. And a lot of the work.
And fun fact for $1, Three Houses is the best-selling Fire Emblem game.
When you go to the further camps,
maybe that's all buzzwords, dude.
Much better in my opinion.
I think the next one will probably be the best-selling, to be honest.
And there's some really good, plot lines and cutscenes and gameplay elements.
Wasn't the 3DS one the best-selling?
Different, but you have to get to that point. Once you start
more than half of them was played by 12 people max.
Then the game gets much better, in my opinion. So if you haven't gotten there, stick in there. If you get to a few,
if they put it on a real system, it will sell even more. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god. It's obviously nothing you can get from this
all
chat.
Right.
Just in
At
the
this
stream,
point,
dude.
I think we're winding down. This part's been over an hour.
What the fuck am I?
So,
whatever.
Again, one final thank you to everyone who contributed during today's stream. It is much appreciated. Next time around will be late March for episode 81. I feel that we'll probably have way more questions for that one because I'm not doing a podcast between now and then. So
the podcast had like a 20-minute Q&A section.
Forums.
People didn't send a lot of questions because they didn't care, man.
In fact, if you're watching this on YouTube,
people don't care every month about the same shit. That's not how life works.
The next show. Thanks to everyone who submitted a question. Much appreciated. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thanks again. I will see you all in 2 months for the next Ask the King. In the meantime, hopefully I'll see you every single day. I don't know where to start though. Shit, you know? Okay?
We got everybody.
Okay. Episode 80. This is DSP signing out. Thank you very, very much. It is. Evening. See you next time.
Well, that was a thing. Thank you for showing up.
Okay, guys, that's it. Hold on a second.
Oh, fuck. Go away.
PW Dubs sent me $1. It says, I'm just able to watch the stream now. You might have already answered this, but how do you feel the impact?
Maybe I'll actually do that ambulance stream in the next couple of days.
The point wasn't for positive or negative feedback. It was to let people know what was going on, because I know that there's certain elements to things like this that are going to be public anyway. So better that you hear the story from me of what's really going on behind the scenes rather than hearing it from other people who are going to try to spin it for negative reasons, which is why I did it like that. I don't expect to get any, giant positive impact from it. I'm sure already there's been negative impact of people making fun of me all over the fucking internet and doing drama stories about it, and that's just the reality of it. There's nothing I can do to control that. Okay? So I don't really care. Then he tipped another $1. Says, would you consider me if I applied for mod? Right now, I'm not really looking for any new mods. So, all right, guys. So that is it. What I'm going to do right now is I am going to upload this show to the King of Hate vlogs on YouTube. So anyone who maybe jumped on late here or whatever, and you didn't get to see the whole show, you're going to get to...
Dude, come on. Oh, he's reading something. Yeah, okay.
Watch on demand there. Reminder, I will be doing gameplay tonight. You have to come back around 6:45 p.m.
Do we have to come back?
See you guys for 2 hours and nights later tonight. If not, tomorrow we get back to the normal schedule with we're gonna be doing Donkey Kong 64 and Street Fighter. So a full rage-inducing day tomorrow. Oh boy.
I thought selling rage was bad,
okay, guys,
and only trolls liked it.
Thank you. I hope that you guys have fun. And I will see you tonight.
All right.
All right, guys. Peace out. See you later.
He was just full on done, and he get lured back because of that one dude. And he got messages about stuff since then, like donations and stuff, right? Yeah. Since you're done with the show, will you at least watch the Rick Grimes Walking Dead movies? Have you seen the Breaking Bad movie? It's like a dude asking about movies and shit. Oh well. But I'm done, yeah. I don't know when the next stream will be, actually. It might be tonight. It definitely won't be fucking whatever the hell DSP doing.
What is good?
Well, thank you for showing up. It was a time. I don't think we learned anything. Yeah, I don't think we learned anything. What's the stupid thing? That's it. And then I don't break anymore.
What is Glow
like
Gang? Well, Glow Gang.
Yeah, it was short.
Oh, G-A-N-G.
He would have been at least leaving 30 minutes.
Boys. We are Glory Boys Entertainment. It is G-B. But it's short. It's short. You know what I'm saying? So it's G-L-O Gang. Instead of Glory Boys, you can say either one. Those don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? I won't get offended. And you won't get offended. You know? That's what we are. Glory Boys. You know what I'm saying? Glow Gang. It's just short. A short abbreviation for Glory Boys. You know what I'm saying? Just a few G-A-N-G. You know, we do a gang shit, you know? We got everybody. Sing gang now. Alright, Derek, see you later. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by, at least for a little bit.